Was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege? Nolan was out partying with some, of his friends and turned up missing. His friends had his phone. And now all of a sudden they done changed their how you get in touch with them and everything. It's crazy. And I'm saying, was he a victim of it? You know what I mean? Smash that like, share me out. Was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege? And there's nothing racist about it because now they say judges and all kind of people are turning off their social media and all this stuff like that. See, one thing about these people, they're so comfortable living in suburban America and pushed back in the elite little communities and doing what they want to do, their own personal fiefdoms, that when something happens for real, they think it's like on TV. You can't just erase your fucking phone information. They got it at the place. You can't get rid of this stuff. And it looks suspicious. Like Nolan Wells, everybody that was associated with him that was on that boat in that picture changed. Even a girl that they even haven't spoke on, they changed their social media sites and locked stuff down. Why? Like, that's the first sign of, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm asking. It's not nothing racist. I'm asking you, shit, is it, you know what I mean? Are the people that are going to benefit from that white privilege? I mean, what happened to Nolan? Y'all say Carmelo won't push. He was just, you know what I mean? So did Nolan meet his own demise? What's going on with you, Restructure Ministry? What's up with you? What you know about the Nolan Wells situation? The young black dude out of Mississippi. He was parlaying on July 4th with a bunch of friends, and everybody came home but him. And some of his friends even had his phone and said that he decided to stay back with other people. And it was also mentioned that maybe it was an argument there. I heard two different arguments. I heard an argument with Nolan and his people with these other people. Then I heard it was an argument with Nolan and the group that he was with over whether they were going to use any drugs that would get in his system. Probably somebody was smoking weed. Probably said, "Put that shit out, man," it's because he's an athlete. It all seems creepy. You know what I mean? It all seemed creepy. If this was a little white kid, Nancy Grace had this shit popping, but now I feel like she got her head down, waiting for it. You know what I mean? What's going on with you, Daniel Bird? What's up? Who you got tonight? You think Spain gonna beat? Who did Spain play? Belgium? I'm not a sportsman. I got money on Spain. If they win the whole thing, I'm gonna split some DoorDash money with some other folks. So, you know what I'm saying? It is, man. It's like, it's cool when they do it, but when I do it, they got a problem. It's like we got a problem in America. You know what I mean? We have a problem in America, these double standards. And, you know what I mean? As well as they wanted Carmelo Anderson, Carmelo. They wanted Carmelo Anthony to get justice, you know what I mean, on Carmelo Anthony for killing Austin Metcalf. See how I'm doing that on purpose because, look, fucking the names up because y'all will forget those guys' names. Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. I mean, now that we have some new villains that come in, we don't even know their names fully yet. I know some of them. I looked at them, it's like 4 of them are the guys that were on that boat and hanging out on that island with Nolan, and now he's missing. And just the point that these kids, one of these kids' parents is a judge and she's seemingly involved, you gotta wonder what is going on here. Like, huh? These people can't get no answers, they just disappear? Nah, it ain't like that. And then Nolan Wells was well liked. He was a football, you know what I mean, standout, you know. Seemingly he wasn't on no racial shit. He was on a boat with all white folks cooling. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but what does that lead up to? How did he get missing and nobody know what happened to him? Nah, I don't think we need to be trying to let them just throw away Nolan Wells. And I don't want to hear that shit that it was suicide either. It makes no sense. In the prime of his life. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. I'm gonna say 3 different variants. It was some racial stuff popped off. Bad talk. The black man is God. Peace, 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 peace. Salute. Definitely that, man. Hey, Bag, what you think about this stuff? Logical assessment. What's going on with you, family? What's up with you? What y'all think about this, man? Nolan Wells. He missing. They found the body. The first night they looked. Then the next night they found the body. Not even waterlogged. And his people. And which one of these young people leave the house without their phone or go anywhere else without their phone? His friends got the phone and deleted messages out of it. Which one of these people's these kids go anywhere without their phones? That's what's so crazy about this. Smash that like. I had a gun point at me today in my neighborhood, but cops took him down, arrest him. He also pointed the gun at someone else. What happened, Restructuring Ministry? And what city do you live in? Wow, what happened? Smash that like, y'all. You gotta stay safe, man. It's crazy out here. What happened and what city is this? Like, and is it over with? Was the guy, okay, damn, Steve. And is the guy, why? Was the guy trying to rob you? That's crazy. And Garner, wow. Picking is off the only way they can, bad talk. That's crazy that the way, have you been following up on this young man here, Nolan Wells? He got missing down in Mississippi. Don't nobody know nothing. That's crazy. And they the ones that had his phone. They should be arrested. They should be arrested. That shit crazy, ain't it? These people should be arrested. Every last one of them. And I just hope and pray they ain't on no shit because they look like they a little too close. Nolan and they look too close, all hugged up on the boat, hoping it ain't none of that. No one has to do anything. Yeah, no. We ain't talking about that. See, that's the thing. We talking about what happened to Nolan Wells. You know what I mean? Yeah, they going nuts. I'm making an excuse because what other people are doing. We talking about what happened to Nolan Wells, dog. See, you can't follow it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know, it leads all back to whatever. You don't kill each other is astonishing. No, white folks kill it now. You know what I mean? What's true is Charlie Kirk just got killed by a white boy over some transgender stuff. That was white on white crime. The Civil War was white on white crime. You name it. What's the guy that killed all them kids in Minnesota? The white boy, Kohlberger, white on white crime. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? Right, thank you. He will not get justice in Mississippi. Nope. The feds gonna get involved because a lot of people are getting on. They say I don't like Ben Crump. They say Ben Crump down there with his avalanche chasing ass, but Al Sharpton, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you are. You're not blaming them sunset, but you'll say, well, what about black on black crime when we discussing the crime? This ain't white on black crime. This is white on white, you know what I mean? White privilege. White privilege, you know what I mean? Wow, y'all, you know what? When y'all wrong, y'all go to race hustling. That's not a word, that's a word. Race hustling, what the fuck? Y'all can't hold a decent conversation about this stuff because you probably feel ashamed, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't want no civil rights. They don't want y'all to have no rights. Smash that like, y'all. Hit dog gon' holler. That's all I can say to it. Hit dog gon' holler. Bad talk for sure. For sure, bad talk. You see all the information they got on this stuff about this young boy that's missing? Man, these people don't try to erase their phones, everybody. You could tell there's some dumbass people that live in the suburbs that don't got no street about them because all of them erase. Don't you know that they don't have to have your phone? Your phone, you can never erase that shit. The matter is always in your phone. They terrible. Smash that like. Hit dog gonna holler. Nobody said your name, but you answered them. That's crazy. Nobody said your name, but you answered them. So hit dog gonna holler. But that's because you grew up in the city don't mean you interacted. You might have been seeing the city out your own window. Yeah, it is. Because they were the last people seen with him and they had his property. They had his phone. Logical assessment. It's a you know what I mean, it's a Fruit News Jones that's explaining why, I mean, I'm saying this. They came up with his phone. You know which one of y'all young people out here or even old people get away from their phones? You know what I mean? Nobody. You feel me? Bad talk. You know you can text the letters BMC and drop your link. I mean, lowercase. You hate people that vote against SIGs. Yeah. Matthew, what's up? You said none of that matter. I know. Shit. But that they do get found guilty and go to Mississippi prison. These people keep coming in here saying Carmelo this and Carmelo that. If them little white boys and their moms and whoever else got something to do with this do happen to get locked up in a Mississippi prison, you know what I mean? I said white privilege. That's not a color. That's a privilege, dude. Fresh out of work, family. That's what it is. Thanks for coming through, Matt. Matt, what's your take on the Nolan Wells case? You crazy. You better go look through my goddamn live streams. That's all I do is, you know what I mean, interact. You know what I mean? Exactly. I grew up black and privileged. Privileged for my people to how they own and ain't how to get nothing from nobody. We did us. So yeah, I'm black and privileged. That's right. Thank you there. That's the first thing you said that was on point. The rest of that shit been garbellini. Yeah, but they'll tell you his friends don't fuck with him because he turned up missing. They went home. So some friends they are. You saying it all, you know what I mean? You're saying all of it. Some friends they are. They changed all their social media because they scared. Check them out, Matthew. Nolan Wells. Football standout. Amazing student. Integrity and character. Came up missing because he trusted some slime balls as his friends. Yeah. That picnic shit, bad talk. That picnic shit. Because that's the last people that was with him, HP, some white kids. What are you talking about? That's the last people he was with. 4 white boys and a white girl they have yet to name. But 4 white boys. That's the last people he was with. So who else? How am I a bigot? That's crazy. I think a lot of y'all just acting out, man, because y'all want to buck on a black man saying white privilege. But that's what it was. He was on that island off of the strength of white privilege. He was over there with some elite white people. One lady was a judge. It's not nothing racist, but because black people, you see, he was engaging in white privilege. You know what I mean? Rooster, what's up? Why is he? No, he was not. He didn't drink. He was out the league. Nope, Rooster, you said that shit on the other joke. Stop it, Rooster. What's up with you? He was sacrificed, yup. Rooster, you know I ain't a racist. You wouldn't even be in here. So cut it the fuck out. Look, circumcise yourself. Wow. Wow, man. You tell me, HP. You tell me what it is. You asking about it. It seemingly is a trigger word. I know that. I know that white privilege is a trigger word that it has at least 5 of y'all in here going the fuck off, including my homie Rooster in here. Now, I don't hate, dude. You know better than that. I just call it like it is. You know what I mean? And the people that hate, you feel funny that a motherfucker calling you out, so you try to switch it around. He is a victim of white privilege. Another white person that got a pass, and he got lit the fuck up. These white people don't get a pass. I told you, I grew up with black privilege. Privilege that we didn't have to ask any of you white folks for anything. We did us, and we scrambled, and we got ours. So that's what I black privilege. You gave me the chance to just get the little bit that we did get. That little bit, thanks. We worked with it. You know what I mean? Nah, I ain't no racist. And if I am, I mean, why are you still here? I ain't said nothing racist. Name one thing that I said was racist. Yeah, no, that trigger word, that it won't hurt me, because the only thing that hurt me is the truth, dude. So I got a trigger word for you. You can say it. That just shows you who you are. See what I'm saying? You're talking all this shit. All of y'all are talking all this shit, but I ain't heard nobody say nothing that's standing on fact to defend these guys, or standing on fact to defend yourself that you're not a racist. Look at all this shit. Look at yourselves. That's crazy. Come on, man. I ain't saying shit racist, but you have. You know what I'm saying? I'm triggering you. I'm sorry if it's triggering you, dude. I'm sorry if it's triggering you. Know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that it's triggering you. Hit dog gonna holler. Ben Baker. Don't you bet I do. They just get triggered and try to put it on me. Matthew. I just gave you the facts. He was with 4 white kids. When they went home, he was still there. They went home with his phone. They didn't give it to his mama. They took it home and cleaned it, erased it of all his text. Before he left from around them, it was a big fight with those kids were involved in him. Okay? So they were the last people. If he was with Ronald McDonald and the Hamburger, I would say they did it. So until they changed my mind, the last motherfucker you was with is who you was with and who is responsible. Can you spell watermelon? Mister, can you spell watermelon? Yes, you are. I'm not triggered, bro. Why you sad for a motherfucker you don't know, HB? You don't know me, so that's even more I'm looking at you funny. You're sad. You're just sad for me. Why you sad for me? You don't know me, dude. Your whole thing is something. Alright, enjoy your day. You say you sad for me. I'm sad for no one but these young black brothers and young white brothers that's getting caught up in all this stuff that we doing all this racist name calling. You're a racist. Thanks for the watch hours, man. Chilling, what's up in Cleveland, Jerry? That's what it is. Chilling, man. Know what I mean? Wow. I challenge any of you dudes to go make 5 videos and go to 5 places in your city, and that includes white, black, or whatever, mixed places, and give out something to the people, back to the people. Other than that, come back in, shut up, okay? Never a racist. I'm an American, dude. I'm too American to be a racist. Have I grew up in racist climate? Do I know how to adapt to it when I do see it or come across it and it's thrust upon me? Yeah, but never a racist. I'm too much of an American to be racist. I see through y'all bullshit. You define it, motherfucker. You want to know? Exactly, Matthew. Salute. Matthew, you see what your white people doing, man? In this chat. They tripping, dog. Yeah, sure, my heart is bad, HP. Your leg is bad. And your eye be bad if I ever run across you. If you ever, that be. Y'all white boys a trip, man. It'd always be the broke ones. It'd be the bullshit ones. It'd be the bullshit ones, man. It always be the bullshit ones. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll never get somebody that's doing better than you or doing what you're doing criticism. You always get somebody that ain't doing shit. They gotta find somebody to blame because they ain't nowhere. You just all it is. Let's keep it real, man. You ain't got nobody to blame. You can't blame me, dog, for what you going through. Kunta Kinte is made up, dude. You know that Alex Haley made that bullshit up. I ain't from no fucking Africa, motherfucker. I'm an American. If you would have been, if you come to the BMC and see what I'm about, you would know better, motherfucker. You damn right. I'm gonna stand up on my black people with them. You know what I mean? With them, motherfucker. But I'm an American also, homeboy. I see it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Spell Kunta can say you can't. Wow, see how we threatening each other? You don't know me, dog. Ain't even you no use of me wasting my time with you. Let me get you out of here, cause see what I'm saying? Don't threaten me, fam, cause you'll never see me. And if you saw me, you'll probably say you was somebody else. That ain't me. Huh. That ain't, I can hear you now. Holla, man. Go come back in your old or your new Gmail that you make to control this shit, man. Holla, dog. Matthew, I sit here, man, It was, no, that's my brother. Yeah, I can imagine, I can see it. Well, until we get the whole story, you know what I mean? I'm going by what I see. 4 white boys that go home and change their social media sites and try to erase themselves from the internet. And a white girl, and then one of their mamas did it too. What the fuck is going on? Right, Matthew? It is. It's organic. Motherfuckers just come through and just get busy. Wilding out. I love it, man. But when they get too morally unstable, I get them out of here. Because, you know, being Americans, we're going to have a different opinion because that's what makes us Americans, that we're different and we're spoiled, narcissistic motherfuckers. But when they weaponize it too much, that's when I go ahead and tap that ass. Man, come on, annoyed Clover. You know that them white kids got that boy missing, man. You just saying that because you're white. Like you were saying, I was saying that shit because Carmelo was black. It's the same shit, annoyed. Come on, man. And I'm saying no white boys did it. And they were white privileged because the mama was a judge. I'm not saying you're white privilege. I'm not saying you're benefiting off of white privilege. You probably are one of the white guys that didn't. Matthew, do you know what I'm saying? Matthew came up on the struggle. Matthew that's in here right now, Matthew Alex, go check him out. Came up on the struggle, off the muscle. He did it his way. It wasn't no white privilege with him. That's what I'm trying to say. Even black people benefit from it. And just so happened now, he met his demise enjoying white privilege on that swanky island. Okay, what's the question, Matthew? Jonathan. No, no, it's not foul. You stand up for your race because, you know what I mean, you're proud of it, not because you're weaponizing it. Anything that you stand for, if you're not weaponizing it, you know what I mean, and that's just your opinion. That's how you feel, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is in Africa because that's African privilege because Africa's in Africa. Black people in America, dude. Know that that's a different tribe, homie. Cut it out. Oh, well, I don't know what's going on in Africa. That's what's so crazy. Nah, you just, know what I mean, what's going on, Tiffany Chanel, 25th straight out of Cincinnati. Tiff, what you think about this stuff with the Nolan Wells young man? Was it white privilege? Did they fuck him over? Matthew, and they don't know that you was really on the chain gang. You're getting it in, know what I mean? He gone fishing, what's up? Salute, he gone fishing. And that's so true, family. Thanks for those words, man. What's up with you today? He gone fishing. Because guess what? I don't know why that trigger word, white privilege, sets most of y'all off because that's why it's in the title. Because you are not getting of it. And some of y'all is hateful. And you got the wrong person that you mad with. I did not keep you away from white privilege. I'm with you. I don't get white privilege either. Yep, they was not his friends. Them 4 dudes and that one girl that haven't said her name. If I go as a white person to Africa, will I face black privilege? Yeah, you will face white privilege. They'll be scared to talk around you and all that shit, not knowing which colonizer you are. Read. Well, sometimes you grew up completely opposite. All of us grew up completely opposite, and we was oblivious to it because guess what? We was kids. Maybe our parents was racist and all that, but as kids, we played with white kids, Chinese kids. We tried it. You know what I mean? Right, he gone fishing. Self-made. Like I just said earlier. See what I'm saying? A lot of people seem like it triggers them because they don't want it to be existing. But they know that it exists. You know what I mean? Nah, hit me on my Gmail with it. BMC the formula at gmail.com. Hit me on my Gmail with that. Yep, Logic. That's what I don't like. Ben Crump will come in there with the ambulance chasing shit. Matthew just dropped his link too, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all get over there and check him out. You better bet I won't never in Africa, dude. The fuck I need to go to Africa for? I'm American. I have nothing in Africa. Not a dog in that fight, homeboy. Shit. Not all, but some white people will eat you alive too. Ask Jeffrey Dahmer. Smash that like, family. America been divided way before Obama. You know they had a civil war before, right? That's the vision that is motherfucking highest. So what are you talking about, Obama? If Obama did anything, he created a new category of American. The ones that can get married, that are members of the LGBTQ plus, because they were his lobbyists. They paid him the money. Whoever paid, that's who you work for when you're a politician. A lot of y'all don't know politics. All y'all know is the racist that y'all shit that y'all spit. Y'all don't really know how politics work. How they come back with his cell phone. I just said that earlier, sis. How do they end up with, and these young folks, all of us, never let our cell phones out of our hands. It's the chip. Why would they have his cell phone and not him? Knowing a young cat. Anthony was not a victim of white privilege. He's something stupid, and he's going to have to pay for it. Salute, Jolly. I go for your, in my opinion, I think it was white privilege. He would have got some rehabilitation if it was just a black kid. He probably would have got 5 years, but it was more dramatic on what happened. So, you know what I mean? How you doing today, man? We don't have enough information about Nolan yet, but many people down and go missing in the ocean. The ocean. This wasn't in the ocean though. This was like in the bay. Wow, I not just asked you how you was doing in this shit. Wow, sure. That word grifter is in the lexicon too. God damn, can you spell grifter? This shit is crazy. Like a bunch of hateful white people that it don't work. Oh yeah, you was in here before. It did not work. It won't work as a content creator. Nobody's catching on to this shit. And you're trying to use my... You know what? Get him out of here. Come back in your old shit, man. You're out. It's a bunch of ignorance, man. You're out, dog. You're fired, man. Simple as that, man. I said that. Did you see my shit last night? That's what I said late last night. Was it a lover's quarrel? Because that shit seemed fishy. And they seem a little too close on those pictures, man. Sure, Tim. Sure, Tim. Wow. I wonder how many of these Gmails you got, Tim, because your ass is crazy. Yeah, they cleared out his phone, all that shit. Because the mama, they probably text their mom who was a judge. Oh no, I call my mom. And she probably said some incriminating shit. You know, white folks don't know about streets. The streets, the phone is the new streets. Ain't no more selling drugs in the hood. Everybody doing it off their phone. So whether they arrest you for jaywalking or capital murder, the first thing they do is go through your phone, and more charges incur if you done did anything. And your digital footprint. They look through your digital footprint. That lady judge, they all of them shut down their fucking social media sites and they hide, and they don't know that because you shut it down, dude. They will go through the back door and have it. Even if you tell them that they can't get it and your lawyer say they can't get it, they'll still look at it and know that you're telling a bald-faced lie when you come to fix your mouth and say whatever you say and you erased it. They already know it. They won't tell you. See what I'm saying? That's all you got to realize when they say, "No, I prohibit you from going searching my phone, my lawyer, this and that." They still go and do it and look at it, and they know when you telling a lie or you telling the truth right there. That you telling a bald face. They gonna do it anyway, but it's just not going by the law. That shit is just, I don't believe y'all, man. What the fuck is getting y'all so motherfucking triggered? And you know it's the truth. Was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege? And a lot of y'all mad with me because I brought up white privilege and you ain't getting none of it. And just like a lot of y'all got it by the muscle. And y'all know better. Fuck white privilege. I'm gonna go get mine. You know what I mean? I ain't talking to everybody. White privilege is for those that's, you know what I mean? Yeah, they see everything. But those people, the judge should have knew that shit. But she probably thinking she got some power. She didn't think it was gonna blow up with, don't, you know what? You know how the millions of shit like this gonna happen all over the country to white and black people of all colors? You know what I mean? Maybe they didn't mean to kill him. Maybe they did. Who knows? Maybe they didn't kill him. But okay, let's get it out. But they acting shaky. But see what I'm saying? I could see it was damn. Yo, my man's down. He's not breathing. No, he go home. I ain't seen him. I left him at the island. Everybody left the island but him. Right. Thank you there. Yeah, it's a couple of arguments. Similarly, it's a couple of arguments. It was a big argument with all kind of different people there. It wasn't just all white people in him. It was white, black, Chinese, all kind of kids. They were like arguing. All the people on the boats was watching. I mean, it was going down. So ain't no telling. And then they said it was an argument where he was telling the dude that he was an athlete and he didn't want to be around nothing that would stay in his system. There's a lot of videos going around. You know, these days and times, there's a good chance that that shit is on video, closed circuit TV or something. Smash that like. Boy, you know what I mean? If you can't come in using your brain, you know what I mean? You're going to get blickered. Smash that like. Snipers, fire when ready, man. Because shit. Was Nolan a victim? Just like Carmelo? Carmelo was a victim of his notoriety because he was a black kid killing a white kid in Texas. It just seemed like he was the poster child for let's make an example out of him. So now, if it turns out, just hypothetically now, y'all, not even on that racist, if it turned out that these four white kids had something to do with Nolan Wells' murder, you think they should be burnt just like they just burnt Carmelo? You think they should get the same thing? That's a murder. And matter of fact, it's a premeditated murder, and it's a lot of plotting to cover it up. It's before, after the facts, might even be pulling a parent involved in it. You know what I'm saying? Might even be putting a parent on the scene. You know? They might have called, you know what they did? They fought around the party, called somebody that supposed to have been a cleaner. And the cleaner, because the body, when they found the body, they said it wasn't waterlogged. It seemingly just washed up. Smash that like, shut me out, man. Somebody knows something. They need to ask Javon. He got a homeboy, Javon. Javon's not a white guy. Javon's black. He was on another boat. He came over on another boat. Chilling, DB Coastal. What's up with you? Just going over this stuff about Nolan Wells. Chilling. Have you been checking on it? Anybody, give me your opinion on the Nolan Wells situation. Feeling though. There's so much that's gonna come out, and hopefully, Nolan Wells gets justice. Rest in peace, Austin Metcalf. A lot of y'all have seemingly settled with him getting justice. I want Nolan to get the same justice Austin got. Right? They say the sheriff's kind of complacent with it. Rob Mack, what's up? I do, Logical. I did. I just went and did a deep dive on everything. They got so much evidence that these people been changing their phones and cutting off their social medias and erasing shit, and his phone came back clean. Yeah, I'm pointing the finger. I can't definitely say they did it, but I'm telling you, if they didn't do it, they standing next to the person who did. And then they went and had a meeting. All of the kids that were involved, the white kids, they went and had a meeting. They were somewhere for like 4 or 5 hours discussing it. And they didn't even take the boat to their house. They took the boat to somebody else's house. They didn't take the boat to where it was supposed to be. They took the boat to somebody else's house and parked it. Like, yeah, they got all of them got lawyers. That's crazy. If nothing's wrong, why the fuck is you going to get a lawyer? That's the shit I'm talking about. That's why I think it's something wrong. Oh yeah, what happened with your sister, DB? What happened with sis? Smash that like, y'all. So what, Randy? We ain't talking about the governor right now. We talking about Nolan Wells. See what I'm saying? You guys can't just stay on subject, can you? That's on you. Don't vote for the governor that said that. Right now we're talking about Nolan. They beat her, tied her up, and cut her. Wow. How long ago was this, DB? See, a lot of y'all got tunnel vision. We're not on that, Randy. Damn. Did they ever anybody ever get singled out as the person who actually did it? Let's up, little sis, man. Was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege? Was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege? Smells about like y'all. Make sure y'all get over there and support the BMC e-bike foundation. Like I said, I don't meet the initial goal for the e-bike. I'm just gonna take it and spread it out into the community. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like helping somebody else, especially Americans helping Americans. There's not gonna be no racial qualification, no, I mean, none of that. It's gonna be just, if you're an American, you're gonna be qualified to, reap the benefits from the BMC when I hit the streets. I just went out there and gave out a couple of ice cold waters. I mean, 50 I challenge any of y'all in this chat or see this on the playback to go out there and help your fellow Americans. Are they in jail? Smash that like. Salute, salute. I give anybody as many chances they need. It just depends on, Smash that like. Right, and that don't go by color. That's shit. Look at the recidivism in the penitentiary. It's a high rate of it in all colors. You know what I mean? And prisoners in general, high recidivism rate. That be all they know. Imagine responding to it if it's not. Imagine responding to it, TJ, if it's not. Come on, man. Anyway, what you got going on today, TJ? Right, the second chance is it is what it is, family. You know, a fiend is in every family. I mean, a criminal, a scumball, a good Samaritan. You know what I mean? We all have them in our families. Just say it isn't a thing for you, TJ. Okay? It is a thing, and you know it. Just say it isn't a thing for you. And I respect that if you ain't grow up with white privilege. I don't get it. How am I labeled a racist because my topic is on was this young black man a victim of white privilege? How does that make me a racist? And if you feel like I'm a racist, can somebody explain that? Somebody explain that to me. What happened to him? I just say with Ben Crump getting involved. Ben Crump is a bottom and belly circus lawyer. I don't trust him. I think, I mean, the feds need to step in and if it's really justice out there, let it be served. As far as Nolan Wells case, there are so many different stories going around about it. And yes, I got a lot of stuff that doesn't add up. Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying. DB. And that's what I'm saying. Because it's seemingly some old Illuminati type of shit, the elitists. You know what I mean? Nope. My beard has wisdom, growth. You know what I'm saying? Clarity. You feel me? Longevity. Consistency. You know what I mean? That's what my beard has. Chilling. What's up, Beans? I gotta put a jacket on you. Because no matter if we disagree, you still come through and show that support. That's what it is. Let me put a jacket on you. I don't have to agree with you, but you know what I mean? You stand on yours. He don't know nothing about it. And why is he, but this is the thing, nephew. Why is Gary looking into my face like, wow, dude? John, if it wasn't no concept, you wouldn't be hitting it. You said everyone, so shit, so I'm not the only one, huh? I like that, John. You answer the question for yourself. If it's no if it's even just a concept, why is everybody talking about it if it doesn't exist? Thank you, John, for answering that though. I know his mom has asked, and she has the sheriff's asking people to stop just saying that they think online and will allow him to do their jobs. But they also said that it is some inconsistencies, and it's like all that shit with changing their phones and hiding on the internet and stuff. No, y'all can't hide now. Immaturity. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? Sassy Meezy, you know, with the broom. What's up, Sassy Meezy? This is crazy. Have you been following this? Nolan Wells. Wow, no respect, no disrespect to Nolan. And matter of fact, rest up, Austin Metcalf. Rest up, Nolan Wells. Hold your head up, Carmelo Anthony. And that's what it is. A bunch of kids is in the papers nowadays. We're losing kids by the fucking boatload, man. We're losing kids by the boatload. And if these white boys did what they did to Nolan Wells, if they did it, I want them prosecuted to the fullest. I want their asses holding somebody's jeans the same way y'all wanted Carmelo, because if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. And that's all I'm saying. An eye for an eye. Let justice be served. And right? Right. Nobody comes back from a trip and hires a lawyer or strip their phone of all the evidence and go have little meetings. Like, what are we gonna do? I mean, and I want that mama arrested too. It's supposed to be a judge that's a mama of one of them white kids. I want her arrested too. And not because she's white. I want her arrested because she's a criminal. If she's hiding other little criminals. If they're doing anything but, you know what I mean, bringing the killers to justice, anybody that's standing in the way of that, I want them in jail. Because everybody came in here saying they wanted Carmelo to do this and that. Too many inconsistencies, things, but people are flooding them with theories and making it harder for them to investigate. But you know what's so crazy? They'll throw that bitch in the algorithm and they already know what happened, Costa. That's what you got to learn. They will put out a lot of that shit so it won't impede their investigation because everybody be too busy looking elsewhere. They already know what's going on. Yep, they don't call it the Dirty South for nothing, right? And he was outside of Mississippi, the SIP, up the street from Biloxi somewhere. Man, the same person that came up with the word liberal is the guy that came up with white privilege, and he was both of them. So that shit crazy. The same person that came up with the word liberal and white privilege was both of them. Do you understand that? They got rid of so much shit. Cincinnati, I mean, they got rid of so much shit, Tiffany. I ain't gonna lie from that aisle. I probably end up missing. And next thing you know, y'all got them to be putting me on a thumbnail. What happened to the BMC? Nah, nope. I pass. I send somebody. I send a, what's up, see y'all? Yeah, the one that's a judge. No, they got the lawyer before they got contacted by the police. They went their lawyer up soon they got home, see y'all, and they threw up their phones. And one of their mothers is a judge. She's involved somehow. Right. And that's what they were saying. That the body just walked right with CRXR, that's what it is, family. The body just washed up. John Stevenson, I said white privilege. You brought up white guilt now. See what I'm saying? You just keep talking, John. Yeah, to get and the mom scrubbed her phone too, and they all changed their social media sites, even the mama and the girl that they haven't named. All of them came home and got rid of everything. Come on now, that's like when the feds coming, you got to there gonna scrub the tapes, get rid of everything. Nah, fuck Ben Crump. I don't like Ben Crump. Ben Crump he's an ambulance chaser. He gonna bring the tomfoolery to the shit. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, they lawyered up nothing. And then oh, did y'all see the video of the boy? Did y'all see the video of one of the white boys? He said, we got a lawyer because y'all already think we did it. And they was just eating lunch, chilling like ain't nothing happened. And somebody said, why did y'all get a lawyer? Dude said, we got a lawyer because y'all already think we did it. I forgot to mention that. And they were just having lunch like it won't shit. Even if they didn't do it, their friend is missing. Why ain't y'all helping anybody look for him? The dude said, because y'all already think we did it. Y'all, did anybody hear that one? Yeah, if y'all friends, I don't leave my friends, white, black, or Chinese. You know what I'm saying? Salute, John. I respect that if you did, but everybody didn't. Some people got the silver spoon in their mouth by way of white privilege. Ask Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? So I salute you for that. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen that everybody that's white gets it. So that's what I'm saying. Hit dog gonna holler. It must do something to you. Yeah, motherfucker said, nah, y'all already think we did it. Come on, man. It's nothing but the rich fuckers down here that go to the horn. Yup, white privileged. White, black, whoever get money. Yup. But see, that's what I'm saying. Black people, they got enough debits and credits, they can enjoy white privilege. You understand what I'm saying? White privilege ain't a color. It's a lifestyle. It's a culture. I mean, it's a secret society. All they ask is trust, and you can't trust them. Ain't that crazy? No, because I'm lawyered up. I stay lawyered up. No, but having the ability to lawyer up after some heinous crime that you're connected to is white privilege, and not looked at as suspicious because you are. You know what I mean? Come on now, logical assessment. I know you're not making excuses for these guys. They should get the same scrutiny that Carmelo Anthony got on why he had a knife on school property. Why did they end up with his phone, and why did they leave their friend on an island with no trees and say they don't know where he's at, or that they weren't concerned because they were already looked at as the villain? Huh? Come on now. I know it's crazy how when it's cool when they do it, but when I do it, they got a problem. It's crazy how y'all rationalize shit, man. I get it. Some people are born into wealth. Unfortunately, that wasn't me. John, I get it. I get it. It wasn't you, fam. That's what I'm saying. That's why you should be poquito. Say very little if it's not you, but a hit dog gonna holler. Last place to go would be crime scene as being suspected kid as a judge for a mom. They know the rules. Shit, you're crazy if that's the last place to go. You know how many people that got spotted at the scene of the crime, whether it be a serial killer or somebody that's killed somebody in the street, or a robber or breaking the enterer or anything. People, the criminal always return back to the crime scene, whether it's in remembrance of it or just to check out the scene. You crazy. Of course we're gonna go back because that will make us look like we're innocent in their dumbass minds. Because like I said, logical, white privilege don't pertain to everybody. So Ben Crump being a lawyer, that's civil rights. He specializes in civil rights. So whatever happened with the Nolan Wells case is the this guy's civil rights is being violated. Or maybe the mother's is saying hers is. So that's what that is. They're lawyering up. You can't mix his family lawyering up with what they're doing. Ben Crump stepping in, what's gonna happen anyway. It has nothing to do with their response to you say being talked to by the police. And that's your response? Go get a lawyer? What did they tell you? It's the first thing they tell you in the hood when you get locked up. You have to write the remain silent. Don't talk to him. Ask for your lawyer and get your lawyer. Lawyer up. That's the first thing they tell you when you're guilty. Don't talk to him. Get your lawyer. No, he was not. Carmelo Anthony was different. It wasn't civil rights. It was a criminal case. It turned into a civil rights case when they started the Wellerman and Monkey shit and all that. It was, I mean, or when that last year when Jake Lang was trying to make Austin Metcalf the face of white supremacy, that's when it turned into civil rights. But Carmelo Anthony actually was a criminal case. Somebody got stabbed and died, okay? But this case is a missing persons case. It's different. If you can understand that, a lot of y'all try to, you know what I mean? That's why we aren't coming forth with the story and the girl, etc. Everyone is all of them changed their social media sites and all that shit. They're hiding, but ain't but so long fake thugs can pretend in this climate. And when it happens, y'all have an excuse for it. Well, somebody came here and said he was drunk on the boat. That dude was an athlete, so that's kind of like maybe ain't that, but I doubt it. Right. The stories I heard from people down there, know what I mean, say that is a bunch of white people still living like they in the 1860s. They hoard over everything and everybody. And they in their little cul-de-sacs and little, know what I mean. Nobody guilty or innocent should ever talk to authorities without a lawyer. You're making a lot of excuses for them, John, but that's true though. They'll jam your ass up whether you get a lawyer or not, family. A lot of, you know what? I'm gonna keep it going. The police aren't gonna get put out. They make their moves though. Yeah, they'll let all that confusion come out now because they got an algorithm. They'll put all that information in a computer, and this shit'll come out and tell them exactly what happened. They already know them young boys did it. Believe it. Watch when they come out that those young boys did it, Coastal. You know what I mean? You don't even have to say a word because that's the whole thing. We trying to make it seem like some mystery person did it. And, you know what I mean? When they come out, them young boys did it. It is what it is, fam. And you know what's so crazy? Watch they done some shit like pour liquor in his body or give him some drugs or something, knowing that he's an athlete. Guilt will bring forth someone's behavior. People change while something happens. There's always a weak link. Sleepless nights ahead. Yeah, all of them gonna have sleepless nights because that's something they never went through before. Being involved in a murder. All of them can't sleep, and somebody gonna crack, and all of them gonna crack because they just kids, and their mamas. And the mama is the judge, but she know. I mean, man, I got 3 people that live on the Mississippi coast that are close to me. Ken in Biloxi. Shit, they do shows. They call the motherfucking Splash Committee. Google the Splash Committee. You know what I'm saying? I talk to them on a daily. They live there too. They're in the black community. They know what's going on. What's up, Moach, man? What's up with you, fam? Moach, you see I got out there and put that water out there. I was over there by that new McDonald's. Over there, chilling. Well, shit, sharecrop it. If you got 20 acres, give it to me. I'll put some sharecroppers on that bitch. Shit, all money spent. What you doing with it? Are you cultivating the trees? Are you cutting the trees and then planting saplings? Getting some money or what? Better believe I got relatives down there. Shout out Big Pun. I mean, one of my closest homeboys went down there and stayed for 20 years in that area right there where they at. Thank you, Moach man. Thank you, Moach man. I'm gonna get back out there. I gotta get some some stuff for the drug addicts to get stuff like cotton balls and fresh socks and t-shirts, and I ain't gonna do boxers because I'm gonna have to get, I mean, I'm gonna have to be so, unless I get somebody to donate the boxers, I'll do that one because I have to do the sizes. But some t-shirts and, you know, man, little toothpaste kits and stuff like that, so people got, which I could get some book bags too. But it's all coming into play. I'm gonna do a few dry runs, find some good wholesome America. I'm gonna hit our Ocean View too, so nobody don't say that I'm not an equal opportunity giver. You know, Ocean View is gonna probably be a high Latino population in some spots over there, and also it's gonna be some white folks that need help too. Because I'm an American. I help all Americans. All you have to do is watch one's behavior when you talk about the situation, body. Yeah, man, no, especially being them kids and they're not experienced with death like that. Shit. TMB, what it is right now. Can you get your cash app up here? I'm going to write it down and get it right. Okay, hold on. Here we go. It's my cash app right here. Somebody put my cash app up there for me. It's Nightbot dropping it. Your homie dropping the cash app, Moach. Your homie dropping the cash out. Yeah, and I decided to do it because, you know what? We gotta help. Americans gotta help, and we gotta start somewhere. And that's the only way I know to do it is just get out there and get it. You know what I mean? A lot of times, you know what I mean, it seems like I just set up on my green screen and talk cash shit. Now I get out here and make shit happen for real, family. 7 rip currents in the Gulf of Mexico, especially around those islands that are basically giant sandbars. Damn. Again, all I can say is for what I see that all the hoods down here, bro, has always been welcome. I know, that's what I'm saying. One of my closest homeboys, told you, few of them that's down there, one of my closest homeboys lived down there for years. He came back with all the white girls, all the whatever is down there, all the Vietnamese, everything. It wasn't no, yo, it was multilateral down there. That's how they get down. I know that. But, you know what I mean? You know that elite core, though, the good old boys. The Dixie Mafia is still down there, but they still around here in my area too. I was raised in the middle class and I ran the streets, homie. I came from the hood, but when we lived at, we was in the middle class. My family, me and my mom and my sister and my dad, we was in the middle class. We came from the hood though. We struggled in the middle class, but we was there. You see what I'm saying? Maybe the waves got rough, but the doggy paddle, you know what I mean, we got tough. Black Money Trust. Thank you, Sassy Mo. Wow, you went and got another one. You got the white one, you went and got another one? I seen it was on the interstate looking like your truck. I wonder was that Moach man. Smash that light, man. No, we came from the strip. We came from the hood. We was living in the hood where it was when you get cold, the fucking bathroom floor got ice on it. It's the 70s. We came from them hoods. When the toilet back up, you smell it in your house. We came from that hood where equal opportunity wasn't in the inner city. I mean, it wasn't even a hood. It was the inner city in the 70s. The hood is created. I mean, your block is your hood, or I mean, and then we moved on up. We ain't looked back, and we scrambled for it. I mean, but you know what? My heart ain't never leave my peoples. My peoples are universal. So yeah, I came off the porch. I mean, by the time the 80s came, the hood was everywhere, even in the suburbs. Even in the upper middle class was hoodie. When the crack came, the rich folks, the super rich folks, and down to the poor people, all was indulging in the same thing. You would go in the crack house and to be people of all motherfucking racial, social, monetary status smoking the same rock. So that's what I say. That's why I fuck with all of them, because 9 out of 10, we all do the same shit. So, I mean, just in different ways. Y'all know in the 80s, in the crack house, it wasn't no set who was gonna be in there. Everybody from every fucking G pool, every motherfucking social, you know what I mean, was in that motherfucking crack house. We tried to get harder after we lost our dad, though the man, mom had cancer, and it was rough, man. For real, shit. Shit. I'm telling you, smash that light. Was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege, or just like Carmelo, who divided America? Smash that light. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Everybody don't have you don't automatically get white privilege because you're white, dude. And black people, I mean, take advantage of white privilege too. They just manage to, they can afford the debits and credits to get there. Everything costs, even the American privilege, we're afforded. I mean, it costs. It costs for the house, the dog, I mean, the wife. The kids want to go to Little League and dress nice in school and keep up with the trends and go on through holidays. That's the American dream. That shit ain't free because you're white. It's not free because you're black. You know what I mean? You got to pay for the American dream. That's what I'm saying. That's what I say white privilege. And now you're a racist. You didn't even listen to what I'm saying. See, and that what was the purpose of the title, the white privilege thing. Because a hit dog gonna holler. Everybody that came in here were not privy to it. And they were upset, but they upset with the wrong person. And there's nobody upset with yourself, because anybody can enjoy the white privilege, but is American privilege and white privilege is the same thing. I mean, you got to pay for it, dude. Yeah, she told me I couldn't get another one yesterday, so I went and ordered one today. Okay, cherry tint red. Okay, is it the same model? Because you know what that says about you, that you at a, I mean, the pinnacle of success right now. Salute, you go. Is it like the white one? I might hit some spots on y'all area too much, man. I might hit what's the name? Somewhere, but Newport News is a different kind of beast. Chilling Sassimo. Chilling, they went to Sky Zone. You know, the trampoline shit. I believe so, Charlie. You know what? Either he was messing with one of them white boys, and this just or they, because it was a nice looking white young lady that he had met. He didn't meet, he didn't know her. You know what I mean? It could have been something involving that. So you just never know. And you know what happens when it's either, like I tell y'all, the motherfucker across you when it's money, pussy. You know how what Tupac said, bitches, money bring bitches and bitches bring lies. Somebody jealous and somebody dies. And not calling that young lady that. Let's quote the Tupac version. You know what I mean? Okay. So you're gonna have a whole fleet of them, Moch. Saluting your success, man. You know what I'm saying? Setting up in the AC, chilling. You know what I mean? It's 91 degrees, dude. What's some what kind of projects you been doing lately? I dropped the cash out too, but I bought the e-bike foundation. I'm trying to get the e-bike. Hey yo, Moch, I know you gas up a big body too. Did the gas go up overnight to you? Seemingly like the gas went up 12 cents overnight, man. Did y'all notice that? It could be, yup. Yep, it could be an ex. It's gonna be something crazy, man. Hopefully his friends will get exonerated, but right now I'm looking at those guys just for being a lousy friends by taking the phone and doing a bunch of other shit. Okay, maybe they you know what I mean? Maybe they left somebody behind other than who they said. You understand what I'm saying? Charlie Kelly, I can't say that this is not an unusual thing down here for white girls being with black guys in the area he's from. Right, it should be common in America for a white girl to be with a black guy, or a black guy to be the white girl, a Chinese girl, or vice versa, whatever. This is America. That's what I'm saying. These people will call me racist, but in their minds, they don't even see it as commonplace. This ain't 1960s. Right now, you can have them goddamn on strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, with almonds. And some of y'all freaking motherfuckers with them almonds. Some of y'all, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't ass. You know what I'm saying? Deleted texts on all their phones. The mama, the judge lady, deleted her texts. Exactly. You said you got the truck for her to just to pull on the weekends to take care. Okay. That most shit is a great idea right now too. How does that fare in the heat? Is that something that's a good time to be doing it too, right? To be laying down mulch because of the dry weather. Mulch. I remember when you was cooking up briskets and shit for the people that had went through something in another state last year sometime. I know what you do. You forgot that you was cooking them briskets and shit, getting it right for them people somewhere else that was going through something. I know about your charity and your pay ID, man. Chair for Carmelo, to be honest. Okay, Tart, that's what it is. Anybody that calls himself a demon, you know where you're going, but it is what it is. Mochiman says, I heard on the news it was going up. I threw it up about 2 days ago. I never really look at the price or pay attention. I only look at the diesel because I pass that on to my customers. Right. Because you got to do it whether it happens or not. You got to make it pop. Why not? He killed someone. Well, what happens, Tart? Can I ask you something, Tart? If it turns out that these white guys, these four white young men, killed this guy, Nolan Wells, do you think they should get the chair? Yep, every time they left our missile, yeah, it went up drastically though. And if they so much beat these Iranian people and it's over, why are they still negotiating? No, why are they still shooting? No, I just asked you this. Answer the question. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? If these four white kids, you know what I mean, have killed Nolan Wells, take race out of it. If these four people killed him, should they get the electric chair? Okay? Answer that. See what I'm saying? You never can. So salute, Moach. You better tell him. I can't believe a motherfucker think that it's out of is unusual for to see a black and a white, a Chinese and a white, a black and a Mexican. This is America, dude. Okay, enough said. Thank you for your opinion, Tark. Smash that like. It's more. It's this world everywhere, and I don't see nothing wrong with it because this is America. That's what holds us back from unity. We won't just flood. You know what I mean? We salute Tark. That's what it is. Charlie Kelly says, Tarko, what if it was all black guys and one with a white kid that was killed? With race be considered? It always has. It always will be. Just now, the immigrants are coming in from Apple and goddamn Amazon and Temu. You feel me? They coming in surely but surely in droves, and you won't notice it until AI has taken over America. You look up and they'll be like, "Get out of the way! What the hell? What's this?" I mean, they coming from Temu, Amazon. You know what I mean? Okay, them Boston butts. Yeah, I remember you always helping out though. That's what it's about, man. We got to be helping out. We talk we gonna talk that talk. We got to walk the walk too, man. Even on a small increment, even to the lowest level, you got to do what you can do. You know, that's how I move. I'm gonna hit Ocean View. I'm gonna dabble over there by the Martin Luther King statue, but I'm gonna hit Ocean View too. Yes, it's fair because it was under the law, but morally was it fair? No, it wasn't morally fair. Morally, I feel like it was wrong. But under the sentencing, that's what he was afforded because of what he got found guilty of. But morally, them knowing the circumstances, two young men clashing, it should have been more rehabilitative instead of the consequences of incarceration. Know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It was two young men. Sure, one of them died. That they should get what's coming to them. It shouldn't matter much. And that's what I'm saying. That white privilege thing just upsets people because you know what? You always say, well, does it exist? Well, just this, if it bothers you, it means it exists some form of fashion to you. And everybody is not privy to it. Some people get their money. We got this guy, you know what I mean, in here saying, well, I didn't get it. But we got a guy here like March Man, self-made. It's not even on his color. It's on his heart and his determination and integrity and his grind. See what I'm saying? That's what y'all got to realize. I'm not a racist at all. I mean, I don't care what color you are. It's your integrity and how you deal with me is how I take you. Whatever you give me, that's what I got to take. Yup. Other countries own land and business in the United States and bring their people over from all over the world. The U.S. isn't just black. And that's what's so crazy. It always falls down to black and white. Fog hat. No such thing as white privilege. Only a dumbass will believe this. We all have the same privilege. Thank you there, Fog hat. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. What's your favorite song by Fog hat, man? Young black guy that got turned up missing. Foghat, Larry. I also like to say thank you for your service to the fellow Americans. Okay, you came in with disrespect, but I mean, thank you for your service to America, buddy. They gave the main guy life. Okay, okay. What was the situation? Was it drugs involved? I mean, every case has its own different variants. That's why y'all gotta know that. And even it depends on who's fighting the case, the outcome. You see what I'm saying? Every case has its own variants, though, fam, and it depends on who's fighting the case and how bad they want the main guy. I can't believe that a lot of y'all are not coming in here because y'all don't even know who Nolan Wells is. Y'all are coming in responding to the word white privilege. That is a trigger word in the low income communities, man. Why are y'all so against that word? And half of y'all claim y'all ain't getting none of it. Jay says, that's awful, DB. I'll pray for healing. Salute. Jay, what's your opinion on what's going on with Nolan Wells, if you know what's going on? Right, but you can't. I understand that, DB. I gave him a chance. He got out there and did it. Maybe some people just incorrigible. And that's not a color. That's just, a choice to do all that bullshit. Some people that just incorrigible. They're going to do what they want to do. And sometimes it's crime. You know what I mean? Terror, destruction. And then some people would just be a product of the environment. Google, same crime, same record, different color. You'll see white privilege is. Right, Charlie Kelly. Yeah, it's a new development since 4th of July. The Nolan Wells case. It's been popping off since the 4th of July. Noach Man says, DB prayers for you, family. See, that's what I'm talking about. Compassion is something that's a commodity that's hot, you know what I mean? To have compassion. Yeah. Yeah. Nolan Wells. Look into it because there's a lot of inconsistencies in that shit, man. Thank you, Moach. But this happened back in 2016. Just saying, this state has the death penalty, but it's hard for them to use it. Right. Shit, they got hard labor and wild penitentiary, so shit, it'll just be like getting life. I mean, we're getting the death penalty. Sassy Mo says, white privilege to me is not having the same consequences for the same exact crime I commit. Even the same consequences when you put in a bank loan. Even the same consequences when you want to move into a home. Even the same consequences when you want to go to a preferred college. A lot of this shit is minority driven, minority based. Yes, they all was high on meth up for a week before they seen my sister. Wow. That meth is a motherfucking problem right now in America. Meth is a problem in America right now, y'all. Smash that like. Yep, now having access to the same things, different quality of life, but miles, millions of miles away. Ain't that crazy? You could be right around the corner, but different qualities of life. Like how you living millions of miles away. Yep, them water fountains, speakeasies, Woolworth. Remember the Woolworth sit downs where we went in there and demanded to sit somewhere that we wasn't wanted. Ain't that crazy? Remember the thousands of little kids that got rocks and stuff threw at them just because they wanted to go to school and get a proper education outside of what was being given to, I mean, they peoples, which was little with nothing. Huh? The article I'm reading says it's a drowning and they are continuing investigation. Well, the article I didn't see nothing about a drowning because they found his body dry. It wasn't waterlogged. Bathroom stores, neighborhood, etc. You know what I'm saying? They forgot it. You notice you never hear nobody come in saying anything about it. Wow, Dark Blade. And there's also white privilege. Because that doesn't make sense. It's black and gay and women's privilege, but there's no white privilege. Wow. There's sundown towns all over America right now, not only in the South. All over America. Yep, fake news, Jay. Yeah, sundown towns. Shit. It's sundown communities all over America. It's sundown stores. Sundown everything. But we trying to overlook it. Sasimo, as I've gotten a little older, I spent a little more time thinking about different things, and I agree with you, Sales Mulch, man. For sure, fam, it's like, it's wild. Some of this stuff is, I mean, it's not everybody's fault. It's the few people that's in power. That's what I mean about white privilege. I don't mean all white people. You'll come in here and saying some black guy saying about white people, and you'll be like, oh, he's a racist. He's talking about all white people. No. La La, go harder. What's up? Free Carmelo. La La, what's your thoughts on Nolan Wells? Smash that like. What's your thoughts on Nolan Wells? You think it was his friends? Smash that like. Wow, spell watermelon felon. Save American. Spell watermelon felon. I bet you can't. Nolan was an outstanding athlete, amazing student, well liked and loved, and supposed to be friend of those guys he was on that boat with. How was he a watermelon felon? And spell it. White people aren't profiled by police as much as for getting a loan at a bank. I was pushing 802 credit score and still cannot get an SBL. Wow. Lala goes hard. I think no one should have went to sleep until he was found. They say the white boy said, nah, we ain't looking for him because y'all already think we did it. Huh? What type of shit is that? Yeah, nice looking. Had a whole life ahead of him. And now he done turned up missing and when found. I mean, come on now. Wow. They look like regular kids to me. Don't none of them look like my idea of a thug or a criminal or something. I mean, yeah, they trying to build that joint in Arkansas. They got him in Arkansas and they got him in Tennessee. That's what they say, La La, that Austin and, but we're not here to throw stones at Austin and his brother though, La. But you know, they ain't gonna tell y'all that. We ain't gonna get on them like that. Because all of them was kids. Kids get in trouble, man. Yep. But everybody allowed they afford their kids a certain a little bit. You what's up with you, King Fire? What you been up to today, fam? Wow, Save. You really believe all that shit you're saying. I know you don't. But you gotta have your talking points. That's what it is. Yeah. Hey, Moch, that's crazy. He robbed something and he got there going rob, trying to rob a stove. That's dumb as fuck. I saw that crazy shit. Smash that light. You said you'll burn a vampire. Wow. Yeah, I saw that joint. I saw it. That's crazy, man. Yeah, a true racist wouldn't do any of it. But what's so crazy about like some people that are kind of like racist, they'll like I'm gonna go with like a white supremacist. He'll be like Hitler, hi Hitler, hi Hitler. He can't wear Hitler shirt out in public, but he'll have a whole house of the memorabilia, and he'll also have like swastikas and a bunch of stuff and be doing a bunch of symbols. And it's kind of like it's taboo to wear anything Hitler because he did all this stuff to the Jews, right? But then the same people will come in and say it's the Jews that did it and hate them also. But you will villainize Hitler, but also take on his characteristics and use his talking points. You understand what I'm saying? You say, no, Hitler was wrong. But then but the Jews, I hate them. They're controlling America and they need to go. But you'll use this, you know what I mean? What's up with it? See, everybody's coming in saying the same things, la. Like 5 people just came and asked the same question. You know what I'm saying? Say, stand balance, my G. That's what it is, fam. No, Black Lives Matter and Aryan Nation is 2 different things. The Aryan Nation is a politically, cultural, you know what I mean, group that's designed to they don't like minorities, shall we say. Black Lives Matter was a business module where they used black people as the face of their corporation. You know what I'm saying? And they collected money in the name of black people. Okay, in the Aryan Nation, that's so ironic. The Aryan Nation, why do they call themselves the Aryan Nation when Iran means the home of the Aryans? If y'all ever thought about this shit. And even with the swastika is a Hopi Indian, even in India and in Iran and all those places they use the swastika, Tibet, for good luck. Okay? No, it wasn't a group against nobody. It was to get money playing off the sensitivities and white guilt that was created out of, I mean, how black people been treated throughout the decades. And ain't no black people benefit off of it, nor did they buy into it. Okay? That was all white guilt and all everything surrounding. That's what y'all don't fail to realize. Well, yeah, they got y'all. No. That nobody donated, black people didn't donate to that shit. All they did was push the hashtag because black lives do matter. But you don't have to tell me because I know my worth. Y'all don't even understand that shit and y'all be like commenting on it. Y'all don't even understand what happened with Black Lives Matter. Y'all got tricked by the LGBTQ community. Black people ain't have nothing to do with that. And ask any black person in here, did you have a dog in that fight with Black Lives Matter? Blacks ain't had it easy, never. No Americans have had it easy. That's what's so crazy. It always come down to black and white, but no Americans, you ain't got no motherfucking meat in your pot is all beans, just like it's in my pot, homie. But you sat here and asked a bunch of crazy questions. Exactly, Jay. Good people of all races and bad people in all races. Simply as that. Know what I mean? Well, sometimes it has to seem like a little race baiting or playing with the algorithm with y'all. If I put up white privilege, y'all come in here and tell who you really are. Welfare. Dude, you talking crazy, man. Welfare benefited all Americans. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is what it is, but you know what? When somebody tell you who it is, believe them. You know what I mean? So shit. Save America, he comes in here all the time. He's the voice of dirty white boys that live in trailer parks and all their homeboys hooked on crystal meth and opioids, to be honest. That's who Save America is. Because that's who need to be saved in America. The crystal meth people with their hair growing out their ears, man. The fuck? They do have a Miss White America though. Where you been at? And I don't even know what UWCF is. Like nobody deals in that shit no more, man. It's get money, make money, get money, money, money. Ain't no all that other shit. Right, Sassy says how when majority of the people who are on welfare are white people who are, and it has been since the 30s. That's what it was designed for. It wouldn't even be a conversation about it if it didn't benefit the majority. Anything that we talk about or laws that's in court, if it's going to benefit some Americans, it's going to benefit the majority or who they deem to be the majority. Now, anything that's going to hurt is always the minorities that always get hurt. Right. They weren't eligible until the 1960s, right? And then in the 1970s, they made the black woman by dangling a motherfucking they kids over a hunger goddamn barrel, divorce the black man and marry the government just for some food stamps and some welfare boxes and shit. They made the y'all already, go read that article. Read that one. Why did the black woman divorce the black man and marry the government for subsidies so she could feed her kids, man? It's the kids and the black man understood. I mean, he understood because it was the stifle. But the 80s changed shit. The 80s shit, equal opportunity. And they still tried to further gas the whole country with that crack shit. Show me who you are and I believe you. Salute, King Fire. How many of my black baby mamas? None of them. My baby mamas is goddamn nurses and business women and accountants and shit. You know what I mean? Get your mind right. How many, you know what I mean, you know what? Interracial couples must have a hard time. No, they don't these days. Everybody interracial these days because it's only that little core group of people with that thinking. And y'all all know about LBJ, Mr. Lyndon Baines Johnson. Sure they don't save. It's more white women that don't know who their daddies is now. But they think it was that black guy or that other black guy because the hair kind of curly and their kids looking dark. I mean, he ain't get us. Yep, take the daddy out the house, no control. But guess what, King Fire, you know and I know, maybe he was out the house so we can go ahead and get them a little extras. But he would cross the street and he was close. Believe that. And he might have been in the house while they was in there checking, just in the closet, underneath the bed. You know what I'm saying? But we was all the better for it because I bet you what, the black community is stronger for it right now than ever. And you know what I mean, the black community is stronger for it than ever. You know what I mean? That's all I see is fathers at the park with kids. You know what I mean? Fathers is graduations. You know what I mean? Shit, you better ask all them people that's in the Appalachians right now, Drew. It's two parent households. All them people in the Appalachians that they can't go get no more credit at the company store because coal ain't being produced by people no more. It's automated. You better check all them people in them little towns and got that belong the Appalachians, Kentucky, West Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina. I mean, you better check them little places, man. Filled up with the MAGA poor people. That's where it's all going to. Two parent family. The daddy right there, he can't do a motherfucking thing for him. But the government can. That's why they got behind Donald Trump. And that's why Donald Trump and them just don't take away. They took a few things away. They won't take it away because it'll cripple their goddamn power base. That's the same thing the Democrats was doing with black people, dangling in some welfare subsidies. Now that's what Donald Trump is doing with that majority of MAGA, which is poor people. You know what I mean? Because more poor people vote than elites. Because the elites, all they do is dictate. They don't vote. They dictate. Elites do. And then the suburb people, they don't vote because they all of them are communists now. So who can they fall back on? And we take they bread and water, they gonna faint. We don't give a fuck about them, but we need it. So give them some bread and water. Give them some subsidies. And you know what they'll do? The people that can have a voice about taxes are blaming on black people because that's what we've been doing. So give it to them. Yeah. And them little, you know what I mean? Them little hollers, as they call them, gullies and hollers, man. Most Americans are poor, but we're pointing the finger at each other. It's like back in the day when you used to be afraid to spend food stamps, and you look around, everybody got them, the white ones, the black ones, everybody spending food stamps. Remember that? Used to be so prideful. I did anyway. Whites in Appalachia are much better humans. We ain't talking about better humans. We talking about motherfuckers on welfare. See how when you can't deal with facts, save America, you say something derogatory? That shows you your intelligence level and what you really working with. You really working out of hate. You didn't deal off of facts with that. In Harlem, you know about Harlem. Harlem is self-sufficient black people with money. They ain't known to be no bums. Ain't no welfare in Harlem. It's heroin in Harlem. I mean, and hell up in Harlem. You know what I mean? And Purple City is in Harlem, dude. What are you talking about? You said Harlem. Hell no. Harlem, go get it. They known for having money. See how you said that? And that's what I'm saying. You want a white person to get with you. You want any white person that gets with a white person like you. I feel sorry that believes the shit you saying. Man, our dad's been in the house, Drew. Y'all gotta get y'all dads out the house and out your sister's room. You gotta get your daddy out the house and out of your sister's room. That's what you gotta do. Since I gotta get my dad in, you gotta get your dad out of the house and out of your sister's room. And maybe out of your room. You little twisty turny ass. You know what I mean? Smash that light. Right. People that's upper class got food stamps. Shit. Gentrified or not, you know its origins. In order for those people to get moved out, those ones that had that bread, they went somewhere. Shit, you know about Harlem. It ain't no punk. He said Harlem, so that should tell you something. It's gentrified, so now definitely ain't no food stamps out there. What good intentions, Drew? Straighten me then on it, my G. I can stand a straighten when I'm wrong. Straighten me on it. What's the good intention on that, brother? I can stand a straighten. I ain't one of them motherfuckers that I'm right, I'm right, I'm right. I know just to be, you know what I mean, right, I got to be wrong sometimes, you feel me? You about to pour one? What you pouring up, Beans? What you pouring up? Well, we was better off before desegregation because we managed to have some sort of community. You know what I mean? We had to go to our own. We had to buy black. You know what I mean? We had to create an industry, our own mail system, our own school system, and create our own heroes and barbers and our own speakeasies and you know what I mean drugstores, warehouses. We create our own farming enterprises. Okay, Henny and lemonade. Have you tried those flavored Hennessy's they got out? Yeah, he is. Hey yo, you can tell, right, Moch? Yep, he's here. He been here all day too. Oh, Jonathan. All right. Was it a liqueur? Beans. I think we need to stay away from the church, y'all. God is in the heart, in the spirit. The church is just a building where they can box you in to pay some tithes. You know what I'm saying? The church can just box you in to pay some tithes, man. That church has seemingly been one of the main places where the indoctrination is the most powerful. Because in the name of God, we will allow so much shit to happen. Right, that straight Henny. Shit, all of them got graffiti alley. What do you mean graffiti alley? Yeah, the church had a building, and that's what we get fucked up at. No, it's the pastor, the bishop, the imam, the rabbi, a direct representation of God and a direct, outlet to God. They're just a placeholder in the head of whatever doctrine they spitting at that pulpit, at that mosque, and in that temple. Y'all understand that? Because a lot of people will put their pastor above a goddamn preacher. Above God. They put the preacher above God. My bishop says, smash that like. Share me out. Was Colin Powell? Nope. Nolan Wells, a victim of white privilege, just like Carmelo and Who Divided America. That's the title. What's your opinion? At the beginning of this live stream, so many people came in. It was like 1,000 racists in here. Like, what in the hell? Just leave me alone. Y'all, like Tupac said, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Smash that like, y'all. Share me out. You say you drinking Mad Dog 2020. Damn, you want to be sick. Am I getting that right? You say you want to get sick. It's 13 of y'all in here. Let's get them likes up, man. Okay, he killed him, but it's a backstory to everything. He didn't just walk up and kill him. So, I'm not saying Carmelo was wrong at all. I'm saying he still should have got some rehabilitation because he committed a crime, but just what crime was it? It wasn't just cold-blooded murder. That's what I was saying last night in here, bro. This Nolan Wells case has brought out some racial ducks and the woodworks, man. For real, I can't stand it. Right, but it's all good. For Rangers, what's up, family? What you think about this Nolan Wells? And what's so crazy is you brought it to my attention, DB Coastal and Sassy Moore. One of y'all, we was conversating. Somebody just said, "What's my?" And I said, "Nolan Wells, what's up with it?" Because I had saw the name and I saw the young boy with the glasses and the dreads and shit. Who in the hell said white privilege doesn't exist? Like 300 people that came in here. Yeah, Nolan Wells, he was out on vacation on the 4th of July with some friends and he didn't come back and they found his body. That old English is horse piss. You know, Pabst Blue Ribbon puts all that shit out. They put Schlitz out because they brought Schlitz. It was number one competition with them. All that shit is horse piss. Ask anyone who ever been in sales if white privileges exist. Right. Right, for Rangers. What's up with you tonight, fam? You say Carmelo will be home soon. What's going on, Hillbilly? Howdy. Hillbilly. Who was your favorite character on Hee Haw? Mine was Minnie Pearl, Grandpa, and when they used to be You went around and she was gone. Them cats. Yeah. Smash that like, man. 14 of y'all watching, man. Greatly appreciated. Whether it's 14 or 14,000. It's still, you know what I mean? I could be saying something that's going to touch one of you 14 guys. And one of you 14 guys could be saying something that'll change my life. So it only takes that one. Okay, Minnie Pearl with the hat on her, with the tag on her hat. Chili Camelama. What Camelama? What's up with your family? What's up with you? You see that XP rallying too. That XP is something else. That SpaceX, not the XP. That SpaceX. What you got going on, Cam? Did you sell anything today? Fucking lot. My dad used to kill me with that damn show, man. I'm glad I was raised up being kicked out the house all day. Right. That was my shit on Sunday. It used to come on Sundays in my area. That motherfucking hee-haw. The motherfuckers was funny. Well, some of them were serious musicians. Was on Roy, what's the white dude, Roy, and the other one? That was serious musicians. Smash that like. Not today, but I got two coming tomorrow already, pre-approved. As long as they like it, should be two sales. Okay, wishing nothing but success, brother. Nothing but for success, man. Man, Lawrence, what was that shit? You old as hell, for instance. Them goddamn bubbles and shit. Lawrence Welk, man. And also, but you know the irony of it, it was Lawrence Welk and Benny Hill always managed to be on the same nighttime schedule. Benny Hill was yeah, Roy Clark. Yep, Roy Clark. Roy and Buck. Okay, y'all going deep with it. Buck Owens. Okay. Yeah, that was my shit, man. Smash that like. Yeah, Benny Hill was crazy. That little short old white dude. He always chasing somebody. I even like the out of that British stuff, that Monty Python. Remember that when was it? Time Travelers? It's time something. Time Bandits. Time Bandits was dope. Carmelo, don't drop the soap. Similarly, it's for white kids that might end up over there with him, pile away. So shit. Them guys that seemingly might have helped Nolan Wells to his demise might be don't drop the soap. Wow, pale away. Yeah, the Holy Grail was crazy too. That Holy Grail shit was crazy too. You know, ghetto is a word that came out of, that's where they used to make the Jewish people live, right? And y'all keep telling black people that they're not the original Jews. That's where the word ghetto comes from. In projects is where the Jewish people had to live. They were good enough to lend you their money and help you eat a good motherfucking meal, kosher that is, and rationalize and giving you some semblance of God, but you didn't want them in your areas. Everybody need to teach their children that. Your people ain't in the corner store unless you a Habibi. What are you talking about? And if you're a Habibi, you probably ain't got your papers right. You don't want to be in here talking crazy. This is for Americans. Why black only? What the hell, whites? It's all we need to teach our kids. Exactly, hillbilly. No, Nez. As you go by this chat stream, there's been a lot of white people here jumping on everybody. Then you don't even count. If you're Arab, you're out of here. Habibi. Assalamu alaikum. Allah Hafez. Mushu Allah. But right now, vaya con Dios. You're out of here. You're fired. Come on, man. Don't let Trump find out you in here talking that shit. And I got an American flag up. Your ass be goddamn sweeping floors and goddamn Tehran by the goddamn evening. Chill out. But Owens. What's the Bakersfield sound, Charlie? Is that California, Bakersfield? They need to make history more interesting to learn. I know how I got interested. I had teachers that went to extra mile. That's how I taught myself. I go that extra mile. You know, I just don't look at the base of it, what they give me. I go and look inside or behind it, what led up to it. I'm a white Southern man, and I don't see no color. I see human. Salute, hillbilly. America been racist. Hey, y'all, when the last time y'all watched The Patriot? I watched The Patriot earlier. That's why I talked so long ago live. I was doing a deep dive. The Patriot got so much in it, man. The Patriot is like a fucking Godfather issue. It's about family. Dude lost two sons and had the Merc dude in the end. And they had the Don't Tread on Me flag, and black men were fighting with them, and it was just Americans, man. The Patriot. The Patriot go hard as a motherfucker. I was watching that shit today. Yep, this country is built off violence and racism and thuggery to keep us in line. Yeah, the Patriot is a beast. Yo, put a thumbs up in the chat if the Patriot was a beast, y'all. That I liked it at the end when dude thought he was gonna get him, and goddamn gone, he say, "Woo, woo, woo," for my babies. I felt that shit like for my babies, because he told his ass, he said, for the end of this motherfucker, your ass is grass. He told him that shit. And that goddamn gone narcissistic motherfucker. Thank y'all for that. For sure, that narcissistic motherfucker just had his head up in there doing all that. Y'all know that really happened, right? But they romanticized it. It was damn. That shit really happened. That what's that guy Tarkenton? That British dude, he really went up. He was a young 26-year-old cavalry officer. He really was doing that shit. They tore his ass out the frame for it too. Okay, salute to her. Yes, it is in California. The Bakersfield sound is a combination of Latino country and okay. Sort of like white Tiano music. Sort of like white Tiano music. The same way Richie Valens took away from the black culture, or added to the black culture, and as well as this the honky tonk sound, Richie Valens. I'm gonna say all of them wanted to keep him, and matter of fact, the only reason they gave him up because they got Johnson in office, and he paid them for the slaves, which that made the United States the biggest slaveholder because they bought the slaves. They didn't just free them; they bought them from the slaveholders. If you don't watch sports, but I should bet on Conor McGregor. Nah, I would say Conor McGregor because that's the only name I know. I don't know the other guy. We need more people to stand up against racism, even if they have to go against people of their own race. That's what's gonna happen, DB. Now the parties ain't switched. They all always been the same. I mean, they've been in a partnership the whole time. You know, nothing's ever 50-50. It's always 49-51. American racism pushing Islamo, India, Africa leaders over citizens, blacks, and whites. Wow. You don't even believe that shit. Moach man, exactly. That Patriot, right? That Patriot was the motherfucker. He got busy in that shit. And his sons was too hot headed, man. With that older one, Gabriel, wasn't it Gabriel? He was too hot headed, man. But I felt that movie, man. For sure, Sassy Music. The Swamp Fox. What was his name? What was his name? Mulch. Damn. I can't believe I forgot dude's name because right after I watched The Patriot, I watched the joint on him. The parties don't mean shit. They only want you to stay poor and stupid on either side. Fuck them both. Stand up for your fellow patriots instead. Salute. Why you say that here, Billy? What's going on Discord? A lot of people have been trying to convince me to do it. But what will be the Yup. Yup. The poor and then the bourgeoisie. Okay. I might check into it because a lot of y'all been trying to get me on Discord. And I told you about that community shit though. This is my community, the Black Money Corp. You feel me? I do my one tools and I community is having to be linked. I'm like them brothers that's gone in 60 seconds that y'all claim in and out of the black communities in the black homes. I'm going in 60 seconds. Only my real ones will ride with me anyway. So to establish a community, hence it's gonna be which one's the real one, which one's gonna be my plebeians for life or whatever, you know what I mean? So I'll establish my hierarchy here amongst my fellow, Americans. Right, that's something that gamers do, man. See, I don't like to put my digital footprint in a lot of places. I mean, I definitely don't, but I might look into it. Add it on. Can it be linked to any kind of app of your own person? I'll look into it and see the proclivities of it. See if it makes sense, man. That's the only reason I'll do it. Because right now, my main thing is I'm trying to get in the streets. I mean, and touch as many people as I can positively because there's so much negativity going on. I'm trying to get out here like I just did the 50 water giveaway, ice cold, free. I mean, nobody was excluded. You see, the first person that I gave a water to was a white guy by the name of, they said his name was Dave. I said, come in, sit down here. He had a sign with him. Okay? That was the first person I gave water to. And I asked him, I mean, Francis Marion. Francis Marion. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna go look at the joint that I looked at earlier and tell you the guy that I was looking at after him. And they said he was like, this guy was with Benedict Arnold and everybody. And it's crazy to me too. I'm gonna say something about my black brothers. You know, the main thing that's most popular right now in the black community, and it hurts when I see it, is another one talking about another one on some bitch shit. That's the main thing that's popular. That's not all that my black brothers are doing, but what's popular in my community now is our downfall, and we making millions off of this shit. And that's what makes me sick about my peoples. That what's so popular right now is our downfall. Smash that like. I'm not trying to make it seem like my people's is just these. I mean, there are more heads than three. Yo, Akeem, what's up, family? What you got going on, Akeem? But that's one thing. If I could get my brothers together and I would tell them, y'all motherfuckers need to do better, family. Because for real, sometimes we can be the number one. I mean, Hakeem, what you got going on, brother? Cause yeah, the dude Tarleton, he was a real a pisser. Daniel Morgan, Moach. That's who I was thinking about. Daniel Morgan. Him and that dude Tarleton Buckhead. Daniel Morgan, fighting. Hey, I like where the dude, the Patriot, got busy on those dudes when they had his son tied up, and he went down there and he put them guns on each one of those trees and made it seem like it was a whole gang of them, and had his little babies busting them shots busting them things like, look, you know what I mean? This is what we about to get. Now that's what it's supposed to be. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. When dude had his little babies busting them things at them red coats, and then he went down there with them two goddamn giants and went to war with them, and his kids was looking like, wow. Yes, Sassy, to be take the top, we got to come together. The vision is what keeping the power and the people we. Yep, they falling for a banana in the tailpipe. Right, but the thing is, you know what's so popular? A bunch of honky tonks and um, black fight parties and shit. There's no town hall meetings, and on no side of things, we need more town hall meetings that's not just in the community, that's in the cities. Why? Because that'll pull everybody from different demographics together. Too much community is it always turns out to be a black power rally or, oh my God, the Democratic Socialists have shown up. That type stuff, man. Hey, Sassy Mo, did you see when I had interviewed Brigitte? Did you ever see the video of the Democratic Socialists? Because I put it into the folder on my channel, the folder with the Kings, no Kings Day. I had interviewed a Democratic Socialist lady out there too. She had told me to turn the camera off, so I only got half of the interview. I stay doing something positive, Chris. What have you done positive in the last 20 days? Nothing. But probably tested positive for hepatitis with your bad breath and yellow eyes. Go sit down, man. Why would you come in here and do something positive? You do something. You tested positive. That's enough for you, Chris Holmes. Old as a motherfucker too. Wow. You old as fuck, still playing games on the internet. Right. Yeah, that Democratic Socialist lady, she told me they was following her from New York and DC. Like, for what? What you got going on? Smash that like, y'all. Was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege? Just like Carmelo, who divided America? As the night gets um, older, the freaks come out at night. Houdini was right. All the freakazoids in here. Was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege? Yes, 24%. Yes, just like Carmelo, 10%. No, 27%. White privilege doesn't exist, 39%. Wow. So you know what? If I add it up, white privilege doesn't exist is in the lead, 39%. A lot of y'all are blind to the fact that y'all can't see. Nah, what is that? Post-traumatic slave disorder. Give me the one twos on it. Is it a good spin on it or is it a bad spin on it? And I mean, explain it to me. And shout out Chris Holmes, another amazing stellar American who just voiced his opinion. A lot of people are living in a myth because they have been lied to about history, their own history. Sassy Mo, yes, I did a deep dive today on the um the Patriot in them. Yesterday I did a deep dive on Queen Isabella, who really was the power behind the Ferdinand Isabella thing. You know, the whole mechanism of how they got the maps and they got over here and got all the money, everything, the Spanish and the Borgia Pope, you know, the first colonizers to the Americas. I did a deep dive on Isabella yesterday. She was a beast with it. She was trained. I mean, for her position. Smash that like. But no, I ain't never heard of Professor Joy DeGraw. And the real Martello, before I even agree to it, what is it? Go ahead and tell me. Before I even agree to a pickle punch, what is it, Martello? I know it's going to be something maniacal. The BMC Roll One Up tour. Yo, so everybody that's in the chat that heard that, give me a video if it's legal in your city, in your town, to roll one up and give me a shout out and I'll post it. Somebody roll one up, send it to my Gmail, and I'm gonna post it. Who gonna take me up on the offer? Cameron, if me and one of my friends lock in together and start learning how to day trade, you want to jump in and learn with us so we can get something that works figured out? Yeah, you better bet it, Cam. I sure would. When we doing it, cause you be knowing what's up. Yep, the 4th of July, and also was the day that Nolan Wells went missing. Smash that like, y'all. Share me out, man. Double tap that stream. Have some integrity. The real Martello. What's up with you? Is Gaddafi not our most recent revolutionary who gets killed? I remember Gaddafi as a kid. He opened up my eye on geopolitics. Really works. Don't talk about the last true African king enough. Gaddafi did his thing for Africa because he represented. He wore the big Africa thing everywhere where he went. It wasn't about Libya. It was about Gaddafi and Africa's association together. He was on that together shit. So salute for him for that. But you know what I'm saying? He won our most recent revolutionary, or the most recent revolutionary to be killed. Salute for that light, Martello. You said the professor did a 10-year study on the effects through generations of black people and how a healing process never starts for black Americans because we constantly are thrust into, you know what I mean, dramatic situations, pre and post. You feel me? Smash that like. Were you doing a thesis on this, Charlie, or what? Or is it just some of your interests? Because right now I have yet to finish it, but what I'm reading right now, hold on, let me get the book I'm reading. I have not finished it because it's so interesting. I take my time. I don't read thousands of books though. What's going on, Nicole? Thoughts? What's up with you? Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about Gaddafi though, Martello. That's a, you know what I mean? That's his business. He gone. We got to deal with Americans now together. We got to stop pointing the finger at what somebody told America. Now what we need to tell America is like Joe Biden said the other day, get the fuck up. Get up, America. Did you hear Joe Biden say that the other day? Whoever wrote that speech, they did a hell of a job because Joe was right. As Americans, we got to get up, man. Rockefeller said he doesn't want a nation of thinkers. He wants a nation of workers, right? And shit, now that y'all so independent in y'all thinking, we might all fuck around and get replaced by AI. But what? How can we put any shade on his name? We didn't protect our leaders enough sometimes. Gaddafi wasn't our leader, and we ain't putting no shade on his name. It's just he ain't got a dog in his fight. Gaddafi had to eat his own cake. Chilling, Nicole. Chilling, family. Just trying to make the best of being in America in these trying times. Yeah, it's a very well-oiled machine. I'm for Americans, white, black, Chinese, or whatever. I'm gonna speak my piece. I'm gonna stand on my square, but it's always um, a helping hand will be extended to any of my Americans. Not, I mean, smash that like, man. We be discussing too much shit that don't matter. I mean, like we'll spend all day fussing. I do it too, fussing about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Gaddafi, all these people they had their chance to make America great or do what they could do for the world. But shit, this is the book I'm reading to y'all. It's called the Hood Health Handbook, and what it is a mixed bag of different topics. It's sort of like an almanac, and it's pertaining to the black culture and you know what I mean, black American pop culture, and also holistics. All kind of stuff is in this. It's like I said, it's like an almanac. Look at this dope shit. One of my boobs, I saved it, made it of Pokemon characters. One of my little boobs. This shit is dope. I mean, Pokemon little ball shit. I mean, told you. I mean, this shit is dope. You can't beat it. One of my little boobs. And this is a classic. I mean, this book is, we should focus on solution, right? Instead of pointing the finger at what we perceive as the problem. Because if you think about it, all of us gonna have a different problem. Where you can get this book right here. You can get this book. This brother right here has a lot of books printed. Dick Gregory is on the forward on this book. This brother here is he has his own website. Let me see here, because I was gifted this book. Because let me see what's his website. SupremeDesignPublishing.com. SupremeDesignPublishing.com. He has a lot of these books. This one right here is like an almanac. Eating right, blood pressure. Let's see here. You know? But Supreme Design Publishing is the publisher of that book. There's a lot of them too. Smash that like. We don't have any more black leaders, like real black revolutionaries, represent us and fight for the people. I see the corruption in these guys who are control. Shout out. No, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and Gaddafi is old school. And why do we need more revolutionaries? We need more teachers, more lawyers, more doctors, more politicians why do we need more revolutionaries? What war are we fighting? We need more people that's in the civil service. I mean, because if it's going to be a physical war, we end up fighting each other. Powernomics, Dr. Claude Anderson. Yeah, Dr. Claude Anderson like that. Dr. Claude Anderson, him and is a black economics by the name of, damn, what's his name, man? I fuck with him heavy too. He got the black money college type of situation going on. What's the black economics, man, that he always with Dr. Claude, man? I can't believe I can't think of his name. I'm having a brain freeze today. Might be too smoky. But yeah, Boyce Watkins, man. Dr. Boyce Watkins also is a black economist who'll be dropping a bunch of game. But yeah, Dr. Claude Anderson from out of North Carolina. Smash that like. Have y'all ever heard of Jawanza Kenjufu? I see he's still in the easy. Have you ever heard of Kawanza Kenjufu? Yep. That human trafficking is crazy. Man, the same people you'll find out, the same people that's exposing them will be getting that same curriculum, and they'll be getting that same money. It'll be all it's all a game, man. White privilege gave me a break. I live in a low income neighborhood. I'm blind in a wheelchair with a broken back. I'm not white privilege. Yep. So now you don't owe them, David. You can suffer in peace knowing that you did it your way. You ain't living off of the man. White privilege is out there, but it's not afforded to every white person. As well as some black people are privileged to white privilege. Some Chinese people are, some Latinos. It's not a race thing, it's a culture. If you understand what white privilege is, being exposed to all things seemingly, you know what I mean, to be privileged in America. It's a privilege to own a home. It's a privilege to have a good quality of life, to have supermarkets where you can get the good cheese and the vegetables and the fresh vegetables and know what I mean, and whatever you need for your family to survive and not be stifled by shrinkflation and about a bunch of high sodium products from Dollar General and Dollar Tree and shit. That's the white privilege that I'm saying. Not all white people are getting this pass because they're white. Because some of y'all knowing is the majority is the ones that's just with us, but y'all won't even realize it. That you're going through it like us. I'm talking about the elite people that are indulging in white privilege, man. Not some white guy that got a 20-year-old truck and he still owe 14 years of payment on it. No. And that's the truth. That's what happened with the Civil War. The United States bought the slaves from the slave owners, so making them the biggest owner of slaves. They just released them on the United States plantation along with their other slaves, the white ones. You understand? The white ones had been brainwashed so long with white privilege that they was the only ones lit, and all the black people had to work, and they was lit, and that they could get a little money up. They might can buy one. Even a black person could get free or be free and buy one. A black person like it was an iPhone. But just the moment when they realized that they weren't the only ones that can get lit now and enjoy that white privilege, and it turned the American privilege. You know what I mean? Now you can understand it, but stroll back. If you didn't understand what I said, go back. I might have talked a little fast, but I bet you understand what I'm saying. It's more about money, nepotism, and cutthroat. Not like shit, but who are the nepotisms? Nepotism is hence like the uncle and the nephew, but who are the uncle and the nephew? Huh? Who controls the money? Huh? Man, why you keep on talking about Gaddafi, Ernie? You out, dog. Gaddafi in the motherfucking way, man. He wherever he at. He ate his cake, man. You out. You fucking with it, man. I'm on with Gaddafi. Ah, dog. You sound like a fed. The moment one of us says something about Gaddafi, yeah, I love Gaddafi, they coming to pick us up. No, dog. Who the fuck was that, man? God damn Gaddafi. No, dog. Right. Switching ideologies. Come on, we can talk about some Gaddafi. Dude, finish your breakfast, man, before you try to have lunch, man. Your eyes bigger than your stomach, man. Smash that light. What in the world? That's crazy. You told us something. He ain't one of us, dude. See what I'm saying? That's what the Democratic Socialists got going on. Them type of people. Mental slavery. But Bob say, yeah, we got to fulfill the book. That mental slavery is for real. Redemption song. I was on tour and a drummer out of New Orleans for about 12 years. I was always the only white guy in the band. Let me tell you, I learned a lot from these gentlemen. And you know what? So I'm gonna put a jacket on you, David Drummer. What bands was you with? Because you know what? With respect, I can feel it. What you just said, you came with respect. You said gentlemen. I'm gonna put a jacket on you. You somebody, you know what I mean? I want to see come back through. I like that. Just on the first meeting you, the vibe is real. I like that. What bands were you in? Yep, Boyce Watkins. I said that. Boyce Watkins. Boyce Watkins like that. That black business school shit, I fuck with his bubblehead ass. Well, Boyce Watkins is very intelligent and, you know what I mean, the epitome of the black mind. I like his style. Boyce Watkins. If y'all ain't checked out Boyce Watkins, get over there and check out the brother. He dope. Yeah, economics. The Rock and Jake band. Is that a cover band? Okay, you played with Fats Domino. Okay. Okay. Oh, so you was in New Orleans with it. The Neville's. The Neville's, they got a, you know what I mean, is the daughter still singing? Okay. Los Lunaticos and the Rock and the, you know what I mean? All right, Sassimo, what you gonna do? Go on parlay. Thanks for coming through, Sassimo. Always showing that super support. Enjoy your evening. Okay, you ever heard of Swamp Dog? What you know about Swamp Dog? David Drummers. Swamp Dog was like that too on the underground. Okay, what's your first show you gonna watch, Lil one? And thanks though for always coming through, dropping that knowledge. I think Dr. Umar is entertainment. You can't take him seriously because, I mean, he's entertainment, you know. But that's all I got to say about him. Whatever he's doing, do it, brother. But I just see that Dr. Umar as entertainment. He's an entertainer thus far. Oh yeah, what part of the country you in, David Drummer? Smash that light. You in Anaheim. Okay. What's going on in Anaheim? Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None of us can free our minds. Uh, Bob Marley said it too, though, fam. But yeah, Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey was dope too. That's a lot of times why I named my channel and my corporation, the Black Money Corporation, out of love for the Black Star Line. You feel me? Out of love for the Black Star Line. You know what I mean? Smash that like, y'all. I was listening to that shit the other day, man. Redemption song. Those lines of freedom is all I ever had. Redemption song. I love the beginning when he come in with that. Oh, pirates, yes, them lie by. Stolen from merchant ship. Ah. Okay, so you used to live in New Orleans for a long time. They gentrifying New Orleans now. Chilly chill, family. Chilly chill, G. How's yours? How you doing, Mike? Thanks for asking. How you doing? There's some indica right here. Okay. When you went to Cafe uh, Du Monde. You went to Cafe Du Monde, they got you some beignets. Did you bring any of the mix back to make your own? When I went to Cafe Du Monde, I got me some of the little mix and came home and made my own beignets, dropping them. Smash that like, okay. This shit hot. What's going on with you? You stressed out, family? Salute. It's salute. The gang. That was the gangsters one too. That we made. We made was knocking shit off. Yeah, that's what it is. Salute. I take it over. Ah, you sounded like we made. That was when I was a young jit, man. When I was a jitterbug. It's all I ever had. Okay. What's that Compton Alley? What is that? I used to work for Rick's Cabaret in the daytime bartending. Okay, I got you. I played the Buckets, but Razoo's, the Blue Nile Blacksmith Bar. You ever played any Zydeco music? You ever played any? You ever played with Buckwheat Zydeco? Any of those Zydeco guys? No, I used to read the Marvel and DC um, comic books though, so I'm fairly decent with the Marvel universe, especially the original ones. But I do peek in because I did a little joint on how they made Captain America black, also Green Lantern, the dude with the patch over his eye, from what's the group? What's the guy that Mace Window? He played in on the Marvel trilogies as the dude from Shield. I mean, okay. I say Buckwheat Zydeco is the master of Zydeco. Buckwheat Zydeco. Yeah, Nick Fury, Hawk. Hawk, wow, that's my boy too. I go back to the original Hawk when it was the miniseries. When he was fixing the tire. That's the first time he ever turned the Hawk and been able to control it, and it was where he was at with it. Since therefore when he got mad, lightning struck his ass, that motherfucker ripped the motherfucking pants up, running down the street and shit. Smash that like y'all. You said you played that Zydeco music. Okay, at the house at the moon. That's what it is. You ain't eat nobody spaghetti down there, did you? Okay. Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Yay. Y'all know Lou Ferrigno was kind of deaf. He couldn't get the Conan the Barbarian role, so he settled for the Hulk. Dope combination though. Dope combination. Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. Remember Bill Bixby was on My Favorite Martian back in the day. Yeah, but we gotta go. Come on, I know my music now. A lot of people don't even know that. Yeah, that Kenny and shit. I know my music now. What's up, sir? What's up with you? Peace, 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 peace. I used to play jazz on the riverboats in the daytime gig in the Bourbon Street and tour where I could get a gig. I got my butt kicked by the musicians in New Orleans. They like to cut faces. What's your favorite Lead Belly? Speaking of New Orleans, I'm a Lead Belly fan. What's your favorite Lead Belly song? Nolan turned up missing off of the Mississippi shores on this island called Horn Island, where the elite party. He was over there with some friends, and seemingly everybody came back home besides Nolan, and now his family wants answers. To be precise. I don't forget about the Napoleon House and the Morpholito sandwiches and the Pim's Cups, Woohoo, and Jackson Square. Okay. What you know about Congo Square? Did you go do any performing at Congo Square by a laugh band or something like that? Yeah, look into it. It's very interesting. Yeah, that Zydeco is like that. That's that deep, dirty South music. I studied second line field and the no marches and Zydeco. You get right, they got to know how to do those rudiments and the snare drum. Okay. But that's crazy the way they interpret that them James with through the second line. You got to be a performer with that because you know what I mean. You have to be able to mix and meld. It has to be the percussion and them horns. You got to be on it. I feel you. You be stepping with them. Davey Drummer, did you used to step with him? Yeah, Cafe de Monde Beignets. Ain't about some donuts, but I mean, some sugar on it, white powder. Funeral marches were the most difficult because you had to play so slow and in time. Right, right. But that second line, shit. If you had the second line and them people got that gun, you better run for it, run for it, run. Uncle Russian and the police about to come, you better run for it, run for it, run. Smash that light. Sometimes I be so hungover I felt I was drinking Mississippi from a plastic cup. God damn it. So you been all up and down the Mississippi River, huh? Angie, baby. What's going on with you, family? How you? What's up with you, Angie? Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Angie. What's been up with you? No, I don't recall doing that, but I do recall a lot of voodoo priestesses that I never wanted to mess around with trying to tell my future. Wow. Work, 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 work. Work, 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 work. Then you get a new gig. Back in a couple of months ago. No, they are victim of fatigue. Wow, Jeff. Is that Jeff Metcalf? That's what it is. That's all we could do in these trying times. Rock and roll was invented in the South. It wasn't for African Americans. We wouldn't have the modern day. I know, David. You remember Elvis stole "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog" from Big Mama Thornton. Remember Big Mama Thornton is the first one. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. That came from Big Mama Thornton. Okay, salute, congratulations. Nothing but progress. Ain't no looking back. You know what I mean? And that's true though, Jeff. Salute. I commend you on that, family. We all suffering. Don't let the text, don't let the title, you know what I mean, fool you. You know, you're amongst Americans here. No matter what you believe in, you're still free to be an American up in here, family. So don't let the title fool you. I mean, into, you know what I mean. What by way of leisure? What you been going on to? With you got a new boo in your life, or been to the carnival? Catch me up on it. Shout out Angie, baby. You know what I mean? From my apartment roof, we jumped to the Chateau Montalina parking structure, and we were able to get into the hotel there at Hurricane Katrina and get a bunch of champagne and wine and beer. Wow. No food, huh, David? That's a bunch of champagne, wine, and beer. Wow. Y'all still trying to party. How was that? How was that? Did you go through did you get any money from FEMA and all that stuff? Okay, okay. Got your grandson. I didn't know you had a grandson. You look so young. I didn't know you had a grandson. Well, your profile is seemingly. I didn't know you was a grandma. Every single province in Canada, every single state in the United States, Central America and South America, I used to endorse by DW Drums, but now I'm too sick to travel. Wow. Maybe you can do some do you do content? David, maybe you can do some playing. I mean, maybe some cover check on what's legitimate. Like one of my people's Doug the Poking guitarist. He was one of the people that got the most views on my channel before when I first started off. I mean, my niche was helping people get their 1,000 subscribers. I call them supporters, and their 4,000 watch hours. Doug the Poking guitarist. Google him. He's a dope artist. He goes live, but he plays his bass. So maybe you can do something like that. Play the drums. Okay, that's what it is, sis. I mean, shit. That's right, Angie. I bet you do. Smash that like, y'all. I am Da, da. Mm, 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 mm. All right, David. Adios, vaya contidos. Are you in a wheelchair for real, David? Yeah, they getting big, growing up. Queen doing good, everything. I mean, Angie, did you see me? I got some content where I went on a cold water tour the other day. I gave out bottles of water in the community. It was 91 degrees. One of my super supporters sponsored a water drive, and I got out there and got it popping. You know what I'm saying? Yep, one of my supporters supported a water drive. Yeah, definitely user. Definitely was a little bit narcissistic too, as humans tend to do from time to time. You know what I mean? But at least it's a good, you know what I mean, brag. It ain't talk about, I just won the lottery and brought the bands. You know what I mean? It was a hard work. Like my homeboy just came through here and said he got him another truck, but it was what you said was a humble brag, but it was well worth it because he worked hard as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's all. When somebody got there gonna praise himself for doing something, ain't nothing wrong with that. Especially if they know it was hard for it. I'm on the other side of 50. I ain't no young man. I got out there with some ice cold waters, and I wasn't doing it out the back of no motherfucking U-Haul. I had the fucking bags on my shoulders, handing out waters to regular people, not for accolades. Know what I mean? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I could have been setting up in the air condition, but one of my peoples called the arms and said, "Hey, let's do this. Let's get some water out there to them peoples." And now when I go back, I'm gonna take some other things that maybe I think might suit these people's needs because there's a lot of people out there that are homeless. There's a lot of people that are out there on drugs, or a lot of people that just genuinely low income and just different things I could have added with the water. Now that I see what may be some things that they need, I'm going back. Right, Angie. But that's just like I like to say, nobody that's doing better than you or as you are doing you know what I mean, will ever say something about you. It ought to be somebody that ain't doing shit and just hating or just their spirit is bad. Misery loves company. Because if they was doing, oh, peace, brother, that's what it is. Congratulations. Smash that like though. Angie, what do you think about Nolan Wells? If you know anything about the situation, is a young man who came up missing after the 4th of July, and seemingly his peoples want to know because his friends were 4 white guys. Not it doesn't matter. 4 other guys, young guys, came up with his phone, but not him. And he came to the island that they were vacationing on for the 4th with them. And now they don't know what's going on. And also they changed their social media and doing a lot of deceptive stuff. Also when it got lawyers, like if it's nothing wrong, why you gonna get a lawyer? Yeah, Angie, it does. And hopefully, justice is served because a lot of these people wanted Carmelo to be served up. I want him to get his justice because seemingly he had a bright career ahead of him. He had he was a athlete. And he deserved his justice. He got railroaded, right? They'll never admit that he got railroaded though. They'll say it's black people whining. Rage. Viva la day off. Wow, what you been up to today, Rage? Was it against the machine? Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out, man. Shout out, rest up Austin Metcalf. Shout out Carmelo Anthony. Rest up Nolan Wells. May the people who help you to your demise get justice. Justice served their ass. And shout out everybody that lost a loved one. You know, we tend to let our feelings take control of what is the bottom line here. These are all the young people. Carmelo Anthony lost to the penitentiary. Um, Austin Metcalf never coming back. Nolan Wells never coming back. You know what I mean? And you know what's so crazy? All of those kids had something in common. Those three right there, all of them were defensive players on football and around the same age. Ain't that crazy? Shout out them brothers, man. Of course, but as people, we actually see the play, see the right. Oh, the girl that got killed by her friends. Shit, what about your friends? TLC soldier, that shit. They'll let you down. They won't be around. What about your friend? What about your? That's true, man. That's why I roll with my family. Win, lose, or draw. We might fuss and go back and forth, but you know what I mean? Wow. The bottom line is family first. And ain't nothing getting between that. Damn. That's crazy. I got it. Yo, I'm a stickler for my shit. What y'all know about this? I got the raw, the lighter out, a big, I mean, I feel my shit's up. With the butane. Old school with it. You feel me? Yup, friends turning into busters. What's up, lunch? We still want to know who hurt Carmelo right and put that girl in the freezer. Oh, okay. Kanika, not Carmelo. Kanika Jenkins. What was the name? Kanika, yeah. Friend turning to Buster's lunch. What's up? What you found? I had to got that going. Put some butane in my shit. The raw jump. It's a classic. Who rolled this shit up with that raw? Smash that light. Yeah, her mama got cashed out for that shit though. Kanika. Her mama wanted to tell that they was trying to a conspiracy after she spent her money. So it's a lot of stuff going on. Like that shit. Smash that light. Was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege? Her mama was an Eastern Star. Wow, I didn't know that. Wow. So what you think is some kind of sacrificial shit? I did not know her. I thought her mama was just somebody from the south side of Chicago, but I saw her talking about the money was gone and then she was supposed to be. So it might all be just some sacrificial shit, man. I did not know that though. Smash that like this stuff right here with this Nolan Wells young man. It might be some sacrificial shit. Yep, that's all we can give, Angie, is our opinion. That's for real, family. Well, it seems fishy with that Kanika shit. That shit had the internet popping too. Let's hope this doesn't go into conspiracy theory 101 and the truth really comes out. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like y'all. Shut me out. Was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege, just like Carmelo? Brian, why? And then you always put the Vega. Brian, you truly a mental case, my G. What's up with you, man? You'll get more respect being respectful, family. That's crazy. Right. Brian, wild as fuck. Whatever you must know is chicken biryani. Your mama said she wanted some Indian food tonight, so I'm showing her my culinary skills. Chicken biryani tonight, family. Let you know, Brian can't stay away. I told y'all, he can't stay away. They can't. They can't. This shit crazy, fam. Brian, what's your opinion on Nolan Wells? Is he a victim of white privilege? What's your opinion on it, Brian? God. Shout out Brian Price, man. AKA headache. Receding hairline brisky. Not you know. You see, this young boy was a football player, man. Also, like Carmelo and Austin was, man. We losing our best and brightest, no matter what color they are. We lost Austin, we lost Carmelo, and we lost Nolan. And these other little white guys, if they go to prison for this stuff, that we'll lose them too. We losing our best and our brightest. Whose problem is it? Who's at fault? I mean, we're losing our best and our brightest. Shout out Austin Metcalf. I mean, keep your head up, Carmelo Anthony. Shout out, rest up, Nolan Wells, as well as Austin. Smash that like. Nope, that fella will never know about our privilege. He clipped him. Hey, yo, Brian, you can't really believe this shit. You don't really believe that young man killed himself, do you, Brian? He would never know our privilege. But you know what's the key thing? Brian, can you give me your interpretation of what white privilege is? Because I had like 100 people come in this chat screen tonight and say there's no white privilege. Can you explain to me what you mean by our white privilege? And not the debate, just to get an accurate, depiction of what white privilege is, because so many people tonight said it doesn't exist. And here you're admitting that our privilege. So hence the white privilege. Can you explain to me what white privilege is? Sound like keep the kids out of sports, CTE messing them up early. Right? I don't know. It's not even, it's crazy though that. He got too excited. But no, explain to me what it is, Brian. And it was similar, it was a girl involved too. A young lady was involved. When it all boiled down, I hope that the guys that they said was his friends, I hope they didn't do it. But it's always the ones that smoke blunts with you. That shit crazy. Is this Alan the woman posing as Alan the man? The Eagles suck, Alan. And that's crazy. All of them lawyered up and scrubbed their phones clean. Even the mama. The mama that's a judge or something like that. Then she scrubbed her phone clean too. And changed their social media. And what's crazy is they had his phone. They erased stuff out of the young man's phone also. Yeah, they got lawyers. And then they asked him why wasn't they helping them look for the young man Nolan. One of the friends said, "For what? Y'all think we did it anyway?" That's crazy. It's not a question of me thinking you did it. Did you do it? You feel me? Smash that like, y'all. Shout out all them young brothers, man. They terrible though. The shit that's going on. It's so much going on with that case, man, right now. Ian, what's up, Ian? Ian, have you been doing any investigation on this Nolan Wells situation? Ian, you see your cousin Brian in here, man. Well, okay, white privilege is walking in the bank and asking for $1 million in the bank manager asks, do you have any collateral? And you say no, and they still give you the money. Okay, thank you, Brian. I'm gonna give you a jacket even I know you're a closet racist. Well, do some research on it. The young man name is Nolan Wells. He had went on a holiday on the 4th of July with him and some friends, and he was the only one that didn't come back. And the friends came up with his phone, and nobody knows where he went. And he went there with some friends out of Mississippi, a young man. Okay, thank you for that, Brian. So you do admit that it exists. So now, as opposed to a black person going in there with collateral, they'll tell him no. We'll give you 175,000. That's the dude I brought up a fruit streams back when I hit you with the recipe. Yeah, and I asked you who it was. It was you. So did you see my live stream I did last night about it? That was the first one, but now today is the follow up. It was you, yeah. I did my 1-2s on the room. I told you I wasn't really up on it. Yeah, he's done turned up missing. I want to know what's going on. Where's this young man at? I mean, what happened to the young man? Now they found him. And all his friends are lawyered up. Who goes to get a lawyer but somebody that's going to need to defend the case? You say they call the police. Go figure. Nope, they don't know what happened to him because for sure they said from looking at the body, not the autopsy now, it was did look waterlogged. So probably not. He probably was bludgeoned or something. Divided we stand, united we fall. Damn right. No, they seemingly think it maybe was foul play. Ian, what you just came from work, fam? Shout out all of them, man. All the young folks, man. Yep, they supposed to be his homeboys. How many people that's died and disappeared? But it's been happening. But now with the world being so transparent and small by way of all these phones and shit, it's kind of got that going hard to cover it up. That's what you think happened lunch. Lunch or not, you think he wandered off, got drunk? Because I heard they had an argument that he was saying he didn't want to put nothing in his body because he was an athlete. Chilling, 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 chilling. Trying to plot my next course. I mean, I still got waters left, plenty of waters left, and also I want to add something else to the I mean, I knew that lunch. Get up with me, man, so you can go with me on this next jump, man. Next water jump. I'm gonna add some more things too. I might hit Ocean View. I might touch it down where I went at the last time again. But this, I think, you know what? Just to shake it up, I might hit Ocean View because Ocean View more gonna be a more of a different culture. For real, Ian, I'm serious. We gonna have to get on lunch, man. Yep. And that should be it. Just like everybody wanted Carmelo to go down, if these young men did do something, I hope they get punished. Like Uncle Dookie. Shout out Uncle Dookie, man. G to the fullest. And I ran into so many people that I knew out there, man. I ain't no wildflower, but you know, I stayed low. I'm gonna go on the other side of town too, closer to the other side of the water. Cause right there, I was right at the Chesapeake, at the where the Monitor and Merrimack and all them went to war and all that shit, right off the Elizabeth River. I'm gonna go on the other side where the Atlantic Ocean is, and do my thing too over that side. This is more of a mixed culture, maybe run into a few white guys too to spread the love. Like I said, did you notice that the first person that I gave the water to was a white guy? He sat down next to me. He had the sign. Who do? Yeah, he was up before he. But you know what's so crazy in my area? He's one of the dudes that started the word unk in my area. He one of the niggas that started that shit. It was so crazy. The unk and the fruit. I know it spread and a lot of people use it all over the country in our culture, but it has its birth in our area too, in certain spots. That unk and fruit. Yeah, he's the very epitome of iceberg slim in his physical form. Smash that light. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a series on him because watch this shit. I'm gonna be in some odd places, and Uncle Dookie gonna pop up. One out of four places that I go to, Uncle Dookie gonna be around there. Right, Ian. Black people don't do a bunch of smoking no more. They smoking weed again, fam. And what's the white guy gonna do with it, Brian? Wow, just when I was about to put a jacket on you, because you know you had an interesting conversation, you came out the woodworks with that one. What's the white guy gonna do with it? Buy a whole goddamn truckload of mayonnaise and cucumber sandwiches? Brian, what are you talking about? See how that sounds, fam? Damn. We'll never get America together with Americans like you involved in the situation, Brian. You're so anti whatever. Wow, all the white women make all the mixed babies. You know what? Because money bring bitches and bitches bring lies. Somebody jealous and somebody dies. This is what Americans is supposed to be like. Just people being people, the community you live in. Yeah, and it's going to be some moderates, it's going to be conservatives, there's going to be some Republicans, there's going to be some Democrats, there's going to be some racists. It's America. That's what this live stream is about, America. So Brian can exist here because that's just what America is about. Accepting you as you come. I know he's probably a racist piece of, whatever. Say it loud. I need a black and mild. I mean, say it loud. I need a black and mild. Smash that like. Because Rob Mack, that's wrong. It's said loud. I'm black and I'm proud. I know. I know you was talking about Uncle Dookie. Yeah, I know you talking about Duke. Duke had a brother named Teddy too. Teddy got killed. His brother was a drug dealer, hustling motherfucker. But he was the spitting image of Jerome from Martin. He dressed it just like Jerome from Martin and looked it just like it. I swear Jerome Martin Lawrence stole that character from Teddy. Teddy was a get money brother. Some young cat set him up and shot him. You got some Henny and Coke. That's what it is. I wish I had me a glass of that shit. Yeah. His brother name was Teddy, yeah. Smash that like. Who does drugs these days, Rob Mack? I'm into more of holding stockholder meeting and looking at capital that I can, get some realized gains off of. I mean, yeah, that's what he doing. And then laughing at this guy talking about a damn bump. When are you gonna get out there with me, lunching out and pass out some of this water, my G? I was about to ask have I ever recruited you for any of my missions, and yeah, I have. But similarly, it was like the ones that involve heavy lifting. Come on, lunch. That's on you. That's what's the separation from me and you. I'm not everybody, homie. So that's what it is. Okay, I got you. Cog burn. What's going on? You sure, Bill? I seen a little white on your nose. You high as fuck, Bill. What you been on? What you want, family? What you been smoking weed again? Some of that wacky tobacco. Smash that like, man. Shout out everybody coming through. Oh, salute. Come on in, Bill. You know you always welcome anyway. If we even no matter if we disagree, you still welcome. You know what I'm saying? You ain't weaponized nothing. In your eyes, Bob, and maybe you mean that I'm nobody, but to a few people I'm somebody, so that's what counts. Smash that like. Bob, Matt. And you just like a weak-minded person that try to get somebody to get on the drug you on. Ain't that's crazy? That's what happens. Weak-minded people like you suggest it to other weak-minded people, and all y'all end up doing it together in some dirty-ass Whitney Houston-looking hotel room. Nah, you're a racist, Bill, but it's all good. Whatever your interpretation of it is. I'll be drinking more water than I pass out, but I'm going to be mad for business. You know what I'm saying? No, man. We gonna get out there and give up some more shit, too. That's on you. That's your preference, though. I can't knock you for your choice, Bill. That's what I say. I can't knock you for what you believe in. I can't commend you for it either because you do what you do, family. You know, I can't tell you what to do, but I can say What I will goddamn accept is, you know what I mean, mutual respect. And thus far, you express yourself or whatever you got going on. But as long as you don't weaponize it, I'm good with it. I can't tell you not to date or who to date. Oh, you know what's so crazy, Bill? It looked like you said I don't date other races. Yeah, I don't hate you, Bill. What are you talking about? See, that's the misconception. Why am I hating you? What have you done to me? Have you did something to my family? Fuck with my money? You know what I mean? Threw dirt on my name? What? What the fuck, man? Force my censorship on some shit? Cause this my shit, dog. I can talk shit. You what I'm supposed to roll out the red carpet for you. Until you get to know me, you a stranger. So shit. You come at me sideways, I'm coming at you sideways. Why is your skin so thin? Huh? Can I ask you that? Is some of the shit that I'm saying to you resonating? The Dalai Lama sucks. It's not anti-white, Bill, and you know it. It's pro-American. It's nothing anti-white about it. It's just a little eye-opener. How y'all come in and say the black-on-black statistic of the, what is it, 13%, 80% of the crime? You overrate, you got me some 1960 statistics? It's just the opening up your eyes. And the only thing that can make you mad is the truth. Know what I mean? White privilege, white privilege, white privilege. That shit infuriates people, but it also bring the best out of them or the worst. And that's what I'm looking for so we can have this conversation. I mean, because more than likely, you have the best conversation when you're super relaxed or you're super amped up. So that's all the word is. See what I'm saying? That's what you're here for. You're not here to talk about Nolan Wells. You're here to defend white privilege, whether it exists or not. That's not racist. That's a conversation piece. Just because it's in the title, that doesn't even mean it's my view. I'm asking a question. I didn't say, fuck all these white people, this white privilege. I said, was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege? And that's a conversation piece. That's not a proclamation or a declaration. You know what I mean? That's not racist. That's a question. You can't take it. I mean, hey, look at this though, Ian. This is what I'm saying. He can't even answer. It's only a question. It's not saying it's right or wrong. Was Nolan Wells a victim of white privilege? So how was that racist? Wow, that's scary. You listening too much for what? Smash that like. Smash that like. You don't have to. As a matter of fact, you out of here. Tombstone pizza, Pierre. Your ass is out of here. You cook monkey jump. You're fired. And my Donald Trump voice. Tombstone pizza, Pierre. You're out of here, dude. I ain't been on my Donald Trump in a couple of days. I've been fighting the power. But it's about time to get back on my Donald Treasy. Smash that like, y'all. No, Jimmy, you're wrong. Hey, y'all know what? One of these guys that was on here made a video with some shit I said, and they said this guy's fat. I'm not, yo. Hey, he made a video and had my video in the beginning of it. That was crazy. There's some weird motherfuckers out here. Jimmy, can you explain it? Can you explain black privilege? Hey, Bill, why you saying I'm doing some racist stuff too on a bunch of my shit, man? Why does something have to be defended, Bill? You say you're here to defend. I'm here to defend whites. Yes. Why do they have to be defended? What's the beef between whites? I said white privilege. So does that mean all white people are um, representative of white privilege? Bill, are all white people a representation of white privilege in your eyes? You're the one that said it existed. A lot of you white people say it doesn't exist. See, you know what? The touchy subjects, we can't have them. We can't talk about them because y'all will be afraid to touch the real shit. The shit that matter, y'all can't even. You're afraid to hold a conversation about the real problems in America. Y'all like it don't exist. So, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. White privilege is what Democrats use as a excuse so blacks choose to not learn. Wow. But what about the white people that choose not to learn anything and remain poor? What about those guys? What do they use? George Eliot. What about the white guys? What do they use? What privilege are they using? Or the excuse? I don't know, man. I told y'all that's a trigger word, and seemingly hit dog gonna holler, but a whoop dog ain't gonna bark. A lot of y'all spoke out today on this stuff, like it showed your true color. You know what I'm saying? Shout out America, man. We still trapped in that fucking. I mean, peace, fam. What's up, bad talk? I'm still in here. Wow, victim card denied. Nolan Wells was a victim, dummy, or somebody. Bag talk. What you got going on, fam? Peace. Still just chilling. You know what I mean? Oh, I get it now. Okay, I get it now. Moch man, what's up? Yeah, he is. Um, this big city guy, big city. He's old Tom McDonald. He loves Tom McDonald. That's what you know what I mean. Y'all gotta stop, man. This shit is becoming a white supremacist magnet. That white privilege word. That was just a it's called a hook in YouTube. But you can't be successful because you don't know the meaning of. You know what I mean? SEO. You know what I mean? It's called a hook. Sure enough, white privilege put it in the title, and a bunch of people who not even benefited from it, but just see it as. You know what I mean? Yep. Jimmy. Yep. Jimmy and the other guy listening. Big City. Tom McDonald listening to as. God damn. Ideology is crazy, man. The Gobellini. Hey, yo, I'm about to wrap this up, though. Salute, Mulch, man. Salute everybody that came through, man. Ian, lunching out, bag talk. All my peoples, man. I'm outie, fam. I'm about to come back with another, I mean, in a little bit. Y'all make sure y'all get over there and show support to BMC E-Bike Foundation, man. Let's get out.